All right. Hey, Nicholas.
Hello, Tyson. How are you?
I'm good, man. What's going on?
I'm really good.
That's not the question I asked.
What's going on? I saw The Darkness last week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I saw The Darkness.
Good band.
Yeah. Oh,
good
my God.
band. Was it
and
great?
He's
still got it?
No, there's nothing going away from that man's voice
That's
ever.
excellent. That's excellent.
That man is a legend.
Hey, welcome to Nick Tys and Videotape
Welcome,
for
people.
another week.
Yeah.
We got a really exciting episode planned for you today.
We do?
Before we do that, Nicholas, why don't you tell some people where they can find us?
You can find us on In Tune Radio. Tune in. I didn't even do that on purpose.
You were trying to do it right, weren't
I
you?
was. Because that's why I started with it. Tune in Radio. You can find us on Stitcher. You can find us in iTunes, where all good podcasts are sold from iTunes.
They are.
And from iTunes, people, you can rate us. You can review us.
Yes,
you can subscribe.
Indeed you can.
You
Push
can-
that subscribe button.
You can.
Click it.
Can you share it? You can share it
I
from
think
there.
you can share stuff from there, yeah. Or
I think
just,
everyone-
copy and paste the fucking web domain name or whatever.
Exactly. Everyone who's listening, share us. I dare you.
Share us around, man. That would be really helpful.
We would
know
love for you
we've got
to do
quite a
that.
few fans. Share us with your other friends because maybe
Yeah.
they might like movie
On
podcasts
the
as
off
well.
chance, yeah.
Hey, it's we've got really exciting news, Nick.
Oh,
We've become a drinking game.
what?
Yeah.
What?
I've received correspondence from
Really?
a good friend of mine.
Oh my
We've
God.
become a little bit of a drinking game. Do you want to know what,
That's
do
hilarious.
you want to know what
Yeah,
people
go
are
on.
taking shots during?
Yeah.
Do you want to have a guess?
Is it when Nick laughs?
Oh, no, that would actually be a good one.
Oh,
It is
okay.
something to do
Thank
with you,
God.
though. It is
Okay.
when you utter the word
Oh God.
controversial.
Oh, controversial. Yeah, controversial. I like it. Drink, motherfuckers.
Yes.
I from now on, I'm going to say it a lot.
I do appreciate the correspondence
That's
that I
hilarious.
received from my friends who were like, hey, by the way, we've made
We
a
have
drinking game.
with Nick Tyson Videotape. What other things do they do? What
No,
else
that's
do you
all.
drink on?
That gets them
That's
fucked
it.
up. They get real fucked up.
Are you serious? They just drink on when I say controversial. That's it.
I don't know if
That
this
can't
is
be
in
right.
practice,
Oh,
but
right.
it's happening. It's going to be a thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to make a board game called Nick Tyson Videotape. This just comes with shots and a bottle of Jaeger.
Hey, man, let's talk some trailers.
Yeah, let's talk
Yeah.
trailers. Yeah.
Everybody's talking
Trailers.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I saw...
Oh.
I'm going to go first. Is
Please,
that okay? I actually
please.
saw a couple of good ones this week.
Okay.
But I want to focus on the Blade Runner
The Blade
2049
Runner?
trailer, which
Fair dinkum. Which
landed
is
overnight
huge.
for us. So
It did,
by
yeah.
the time this podcast goes live, it'll be out for about 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
So it won't be as super fresh as it is right now.
But that's okay.
But what'd you think, man?
Well, this is neo-noir, Tyson. It's my genre. If I were to pick a genre, it would be noir, and if I were to pick one that I love, it's neo-noir. So, and this is just amazing. Now, I'm not the biggest Blade Runner fan. There are obviously much bigger fans than me. I came to the game quite late, as I think did you. You came
very
to it quite
late.
late.
We've discussed this.
We've discussed
We've
this.
discussed this on the show.
Yeah.
I actually only saw it at a recent Astor Theatre showing,
Right.
probably less than a year ago.
Okay. Well, I bought the Blu-ray when it first popped on Blu-ray and bought with all the cuts because I've wanted to see every single cut and then get my own opinion because I don't like to listen to other people.
No, and look, and it's funny because the first Blade Runner had a reputation because it's so often studied in Australian high schools.
Yeah, that's true.
It has,
and uni.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has a bit of a kind of like... It carries that rep of not being a cool movie to like because
Well,
it's studied and stuff, and so it can be quickly dismissed because you got to think about it. If you had to study it and write about it for a whole year, you would
hate it.
start to hate it.
Yeah. And that's like people when they study something, you know, if someone goes, "Oh, have you seen this movie?" Someone goes, "Oh yeah, I had to study it." You completely dismiss the film.
Yeah.
You completely. So I totally understand.
Yeah.
But from what I saw from this trailer, Tice, that was insane. The quick cuts, the beautiful imagery. I'm fully in. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in too. I think it's Denis Villeneuve has done an excellent job recreating that world. It looks straight out of it.
Has Denny done?
So I'm a bit late to the Denny party.
Okay.
I have only seen Arrival, which I fucking loved.
Right. Did you really? You fucking loved it?
Yeah.
Really? You fucking loved it?
Really fucking loved it.
What? Fuck off. That's totally controversial.
No.
Shot.
No, I thought it was really, really great.
Really?
And so I am going to go back into... Because I'd
You're
heard
more?
that Sicario was good. I'd heard that Prisoners was good. I just hadn't got around to watching them, and it was just one of those things that just kind of passed through. So I'm going to go back and watch those.
Nice.
Because I'm a big fan of him, and I'm super excited for this. Excited
for this.
Just the recreation of even the color palette looks almost identical to Ridley Scott's one, and. So I'm really excited to kind of spend some time in that world. I don't know if this is just the Ryan Gosling association, but to me, it almost looks like a Nick Vending Refn film.
Oh yeah.
It looks the way it's framed, and the kind of the music choices, and the very kind of leading dialogue where the dialogue isn't straightforward. It's all very subtext.
Yeah. It looks awesome.
It feels like Drive, Only God Forgives.
Yeah.
Especially Only God Forgives because of the way that the neon lights were used in that specifically.
Yeah.
So, and I'm a huge fan of Vending Refn.
So
anything that kind of tries to ape his style, even though it's probably that's not what Denny's
obviously
doing
not.
at all.
It's not.
But anything that reminds me of
Ridley
him,
one.
if I see it and I go, that reminds me of a Refn film.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be in for.
Does Ridley have anything to do with this?
He's executive producer.
Okay. But it looks amazing, this trailer.
This looks really good. It's a great trailer.
Do you think it's going to be
the score is really great
going to be
too.
a bit of a buddy cop?
I'm not sure what the angle
two.
is going to be with him and Harrison. I'm not quite sure, but
and there was a nice big question at the end.
This is the thing, because they're gonna
ape on it.
It's gonna have to be part of it. It's gonna the longevity of the first film. In a great part of it is based on its ambiguity. Yeah. So the fact that people can talk about it. So they're not going to make a second one and have it be straightforward. And just be like, oh yeah, good. It answered all my questions. Like, they're not going to bother. They're going to make it something that more than anything,
they're going to take their time.
It's going to be like a season finale of Lost. It's going to ask more questions than it answers.
I feel sorry for you people. I really do. And thank God that I did not jump into that pool.
Oh, that was a good show, man.
Awesome.
Really good show. But yeah, so pumped for that. We don't have too long to wait for that either, which is good.
Yeah, that's true.
It's coming
this year.
Yeah,
bring it on.
It's going to be really exciting. I'll be there. I'll be there opening weekend, I would think.
Oof.
Popcorn in hand.
What year? What month? Sorry,
I believe
it's
October.
Yeah. We'll see where I am. We'll see where I am with the little bubs. And
of course, opening nights at the theatres might be a bit tough.
They're a bit slim for me. Yeah,
it might be midnight.
Look, it's going to be
midnight screenings.
No, it's going to be
put the baby to bed and sneak out of the
midnight
house.
Screenings. Oh, I'm in for that.
Yeah, good deal.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, man.
Well, the trailer that I wanted to talk about is Wakefield.
Yes, tell me about Wakefield.
Wakefield. This is all right. So just to because it's very random and no one knows what it is. It's the synopsis from the trailer you get is it's a successful man who has an amazing house. He's a New York lawyer. He has a lovely family and feels he has sort of feels like he has everything and he's got nothing. No lust for life, basically. So he decides to walk away from everything. Now, instead of going off into the woods to be a
woodsman?
No, a hippie or a
getting off the grid.
Yeah, getting off the grid completely. Instead of doing that, he actually hides in his own attic and stares out the window and watches everything unfold. The police are called. He's reported as a missing person, etc., etc. He sees his wife going to dismay and all that shit. And obviously, from the trailer, you think, well, maybe he's going to come back. Maybe he just do it for a bit of a gag. But no, in the trailer, you see him go. It goes from like days to months to. It looks like a while because he's got a massive beard.
I'm getting the years have
almost
passed.
a year, yeah. And
kind of vibe from it,
the actor playing this character is Bryan Cranston, What do you like Bryan Cranston?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah?
I think he's...
Is everyone just all in now because of Breaking Bad?
Well, I'm not the huge Bryan Cranston like obsessive, like a lot of people are.
Yeah, people
kind
nuts.
of they see his name and just kind of assume that it's going to be excellent quality. And I'm just kind of like, look, he's very good. He's an exceptionally good actor.
And then I jump in with,
but I'm
Godzilla.
I will wait for exactly. I will wait for the quality of what he does.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
did you see? Was it Trumbo?
Yeah,
no, I actually really liked that.
Oh,
that
great.
Good. But yeah, the reason that I wanted to talk about this is because, for starters, it came out of nowhere. Like Blade Runner, we knew about and we knew it was coming. We had a little teaser, but the Blade Runner trailer was just amazing. Like it was a beautiful.
Sure.
This was a kind of a sneaky,
Yeah, look, I love it when a movie pops up that I have not heard of.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I'm like, what is this?
Oh my God, this looks really good.
This is really bizarre.
Yeah. So it looks great and
good cast.
It looks original. Yeah, great
Jennifer
cast.
Garner.
Jennifer Garner. She's coming with the goods recently. She
I like
wasn't.
Jennifer Garner a lot.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I know a lot
Big
of people
fan.
that don't like her.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
I was a huge Alias fan, so I think that's,
wow.
that's part of it. I think it's
awesome.
residual goodwill for Alias.
A good Alias, a massive Alias fan.
Great show. What a great show.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it might not have been a great show, but speaking of
but
Lost...
you loved it.
What J.J. Abrams did
yeah.
in Lost, which was basically every episode made you, when the credits roll, you had to look at someone and be like, oh, shit. That started in Alias. And honestly, I've never had bigger oh, shit moments in my life watching a television show. There are moments in that
Alias.
show that you are just like, what just happened? It's great.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a good show, man. Really good show. Good action.
Wow.
Good. Like Jennifer Garner's amazing in it.
Okay.
She's really great.
But yeah, but then she did Daredevil, Ties.
Look, she's not the worst thing about Daredevil.
Yeah,
I don't
good
think.
point. Good point. But yeah, it looks good. It's something original. Something's come up with a script that is not, a remake. And
100%.
And I'm in that. So it
How
has
much much danger are we in of this being like indie twee kind of?
No, I feel it has a little bit of an American Beauty feel.
I got kind of Synecdoche, New York vibes from
really?
it. Yeah, I feel like that might be kind of covering some similar ground.
Oh, cool.
Because I don't think we're dealing with reality in this film.
Right.
It's just the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, fair deal.
Or at least in his subconscious, I think we're dealing with some.
Well, no one likes a movie
non-realistic
where they
things.
wake up and it's a dream.
Yeah, no, I don't think we're talking that kind of extent. I think we're definitely playing with conventions of reality in this. And look, it looks interesting. Do we know anything about the director?
Yes. Actually, it's female director, Robin. I'm going to say Sweecord, and the only other thing she's done was Jane Austen's Book Club.
The Jane Austen Book Club,
Jane
that movie.
Austen Book Club. Yeah, the movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she's done a lot of writing.
Okay, cool.
But yeah.
All right, I'm on board. I'll watch it.
Yeah, it looks good.
There was
Something
enough
different.
in that trailer to make me interested.
Exactly, yeah. That's why I picked it.
And just in a very quick mention.
Oh, go. Another one.
We had a bit of a Stephen King bombardment.
Oh, man. He is raking it in now.
Well, do you know the thing about Stephen King, though?
Yeah.
He sells adaptations to his stories for $1.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah, he doesn't need the money.
Of course he doesn't.
So if people want to adapt his stories, he will sell it.
What, into a film? So he's getting fuck all for
he doesn't get. Look, it's for aspiring filmmakers is his kind of thing.
Nice.
So when it's big budget stuff, he probably pockets a pretty penny.
Get a nice piece,
but if you're a student and you want to film a Stephen King story for like your uni degree and stuff like that, $1.
Oh, Stephen King, you're just a champ, aren't you, man?
But yeah, he's had a big week. We had the Dark Tower trailer, which I didn't love.
It didn't really, didn't
grab
really
me.
Sell you.
Visually, it looks kind of interesting, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm
for Conahue, so
yeah.
But what you've said from the Dark Tower series, I feel like I need to read
funny because
them.
the trailer plays it off like a far more straightforward kind of fantasy adventure.
Yep.
From what I know of the books, they're far more fucked up than what we're seeing. So I'm interested to see what they do end up taking and what they dilute, or if anything,
sure,
or if they're just using it as a basis and they're kind of just we'll hit the points, but we'll do our own thing.
Okay. I don't really like that, but
but I really like Idris Elba, so Idris Elba.
He's
Idris
gold.
Elba.
He's going to be my Bond. He's going to be the next Bond. I'm fucking crossing my fingers. Come on.
It'll be good. It'll be real good. We also had a short little scene from It, a follow-up scene.
We did, which I haven't watched yet. Can I wait to see that?
We got one fresh look at Pennywise, and that was it. And it was just a moment where he was holding quite a large amount of balloons, and they very slowly lifted and revealed his face. And he looked terrifying. It was great. We saw a lot more of the kids, though.
Nice, yeah.
Just got a bit more of the vibe of their energy, and it was them kind of
playing
off each other, being like smart asses, and
being kids,
giving each other shit and hard time and stuff. And look, it was effective. It was great. I really like the look of that film. Yeah, I just love the aesthetic look of it.
Well,
it looks fantastic.
It does really well.
Yeah, I hope it does too. Yeah. And we saw also a trailer for the Mist television show.
Mist television series, yeah.
Which I'm not on board for whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm not really interested. I think whenever these shows take a story and then just decide I'm going to do my own thing with it, I'm not interested as much because...
Well, the Mist, I've heard a lot of... I haven't seen the Mist because the Mist actually got ruined for me.
Because someone told you the ending.
Because someone told me the ending.
Well, the ending's not... Well, we will end up talking about this another time. Sure. But I'm not a fan of that movie ending. I like the book ending a lot better.
Okay. Okay, well, you're a Stephen
Once
King
again,
fan,
because of the...
Fair deal.
Ambiguity of the
Fair
book.
deal.
Yeah. I like things being ambiguous. I feel like that is...
Me too.
That is...
I like an open-ended. I like an audience. You know what? Make up your own mind.
It is an opportunity for an audience to just kind of take the information they've been given, know what they know about the characters, know that the character has a choice to make, and make up your own mind as to whether that choice gets made or not.
And I think it says a lot about you when you decide what happens.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so like
100%.
the end of Inception is a good one. Like did it like I guess it's actually no, that's not a good one.
Did the spinning top drop or not?
Did it drop or not?
It doesn't matter if it dropped or not. It's what you want it.
It's what you want
to believe
think.
about it.
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree completely. So yeah, that's a fault of the film. I guess the ambiguity is taken away, which I didn't love.
Yeah.
This television series looks like it's mostly an adaptation in name only.
Oh, okay.
It looks like I couldn't even see like familiar characters.
Oh, right.
Which is because I've read the book, but I can't imagine they would do it without at least Miss Carmody, who's the crazy evangelical that kind of starts a cult. You can't do it without her in some degree, but I didn't notice her in the trailer. Unless it was just here's just some people, but it looks like it just I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think the effectiveness of that story is partly because it is in a self-contained area, where this looks like it's actually
open out
the whole town. We're in rooms, we're in different places, we're doing a lot of stuff. So whether or not that works, I don't know. We'll see how we go. But big Stephen King week.
I did want to say just a little quick something because another Wonder Woman got dropped.
Oh, and I'm done with Wonder Woman. I'm not going to watch anymore, so I'm finished.
Because of I'm going to blame Reedon, to be honest, because he said to watch the other. He said, "What do you think of the next Wonder Woman movie?" So now I went to look on it because it said ages ago. He said that. He said. I tapped on Wonder Woman and I was like, oh, okay, what is this? Because normally it's a featurette or it's a clip or whatever. Sure. This is the 5th trailer, Tyson.
It's too many.
That is way too many. Who puts out? Has there ever been a 5th trailer? Like it's not a clip and it's not a featurette. This is a trailer.
There's usually a trailer that drops
like a week before,
maybe 2 weeks, week before, and that'll be the last one. But
that's saturating.
Usually the third.
You are using it way too much, and this is
5 trailers.
You're going to ruin it. You're going to ruin it. You're going to ruin it. Please don't ruin it. This is, there's so much writing on this. It just pisses me off that this is happening.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Anyway, moving on.
We're going to see it anyway. We don't need to see any more promo material.
Exactly.
We've got this. Thanks, Warner Brothers. We're going to see
Please,
it.
just hang back and we'll take over
And they've
from
still
here.
got another month up their sleeve.
Exactly.
Man.
Don't do it now.
What are they going to do at the last... Anyway.
Anyway.
Oh, man, I feel like that's going to be... I feel like that might be saturation.
Exactly.
Like Suicide Squad was saturated. Man.
Yeah.
I was done,
but there's
I was like,
but there's a difference
stop
between
it, you're killing me.
Yeah, there's a difference between saturation. Like Deadpool was saturation, but everything was
Oh,
different.
but it was so clever, though.
Everything was different.
It was, but saturation, when you...
It was amazing.
Going outside and seeing a billboard on the freeway
Yeah.
where it makes Deadpool look like a romantic comedy is
amazing.
not saturation.
No, that's good marketing.
That's just
what
good
that
marketing.
Is. That
Exactly
is good
right.
marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on.
Moving on.
Let's talk about what have we watched this week.
Yeah.
What did you watch this week, Nick?
I watched a few, but I'm only going to talk about one.
Just talk about one.
Yeah?
That's fine with me. I'm going to talk about one.
All right, fair enough. I watched 2016 A Monster Calls. Have you seen this, Tyson?
I've not seen this.
Okay.
I'm so fucking excited to see this
Oh
movie.
my god! So J.A. Bayona,
Bayona? Yeah. Well.
Beautiful Spanish man. He directed The Impossible.
I fucking loved The Impossible.
I haven't seen it yet.
I loved it.
Yeah, but he also directed The Orphanage,
Yes,
which
I haven't seen.
which is amazing and very scary, and will be in Terrorizing Tyson.
Oh, can't wait.
Yeah.
Also, is currently filming the Jurassic World sequel.
Yeah, go him.
Yeah, he's hitting it big time.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that.
So for people who don't know what this movie is about, it's a boy who seeks the help. This is hilarious. The boy who seeks the help of a tree monster to cope with. Actually, this isn't hilarious at all, Nick. A boy who seeks the help of a tree monster to cope with his single mother's terminal illness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this trailer made me cry.
Really? Wow, really?
Like, I was...
Tear up. You were bawling?
I was done.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, you have no idea to the extent of
I just knew. I knew. And because The Impossible, I was a blubbering mess through The Impossible,
yeah, I've heard
too.
that, yeah.
And so when he
he
understands like how to get your emotion juices.
Yeah,
he gets them.
He pushes the button and he pushes it hard. He really does. So yeah, I loved the reasons that I love this movie is because he's a director that doesn't shy away from hard issues. Now, obviously, that's the point of this movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Saying that, like he's dealing. This poor kid is dealing with his single mum at that. Being terminally ill.
This is what's her name again? The actress from stuff that I like.
Yeah,
she's Rogue One, isn't she?
Yes, she's Rogue One. We can't just call her that. She has a name.
Does she even have a name in Rogue One?
That's terrible.
Like she does, but what the fuck is her name in Rogue One?
Oh, jeez. Come on.
Oh, man. I feel bad for that movie because your characters were so not memorable.
In Rogue One?
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
So I don't know any of your names.
Felicity Jones.
I like Felicity Jones.
She was awesome. But yeah, the reasons that I love this is because I can see similar themes to that of the 80s films that we loved. Like, in 80s films, it dealt with... It wasn't so PC. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So life is hard and it's scary, and I feel that cinema now, with some of it, not all of it, Pixar's good at it. You know, cinema now is still writing that no, we can't do that. That's way too. We're too PC. We need to make it PG. We can't handle those amount of emotions. So it was really nice, and like. Oh my God.
Well, I think more than anything, it's that these days, you know, kids will have a dead mum or divorced parents.
Sure.
But it won't get into the guts of those
exactly.
problems.
Like the real
it won't
guts of
talk about it. It'll be, here you're a kid and your parents are divorced.
Yep.
That is your character. Go.
Yeah.
Whereas
this delves
we used to kind of that used to make these kids.
Exactly.
This used to be part of them and actually was an element to their story,
to their character as well. Yeah, but yeah, it was real. It was such a beautiful movie, and Sigourney Weaver out of nowhere,
sick. Great. And I believe the tree is voiced by Liam Neeson.
It is a beautiful Liam Neeson, and this is
tones.
In the trailer, I got a little bit of the tree's kind of nice. It's not really a monster. He is a monster. It's quite scary in the movie. Like, and you want it to be that. Yeah, you know,
awesome.
But yeah, such a good movie. Imagery, everything.
I'm so excited to watch this movie.
I have never cried. Man cried so much.
I get the feeling that that's what's going to happen when I watch it.
You're going to bawl your eyes out when you watch this
mess.
thing. Like, seriously, it is intense.
I love it. I love it.
But yeah, that's what I watched.
Awesome.
A Monster Calls.
A Monster Calls.
Mm.
All right, well,
What'd
mine's
you watch,
nowhere near as
Tys?
exciting. So I don't know how I ended up watching this.
Is another Civil War teleseries?
No, it's not actually.
Oh, damn it.
I just quickly, I did do a bit of television show hunting because I'm looking for a new show.
Oh, yeah.
So I watched the first episode of American Gods, which was really interesting.
Oh, yep.
And I recommend that if you want a series that just gives you nothing, basically, like
it's not good.
No, it's great.
Oh, it's good,
but it is so like the information is fed to you in such a slow way that I knew a kind of a little bit about it, but very little.
Yep.
Like I just knew a really basic premise. If you knew nothing about this show, I've only watched the first episode. The second episode became available today, actually, so I will be watching that soon. If you knew nothing about it and just pushed play, at the end of that first hour, you'd know almost nothing. Like,
oh, really?
It was like you'd basically know the names of a few people.
Right.
There's very little information given. You get plot and weird shit happening, but the weird shit just kind of exists, and there is no explanation for it yet. This guy's basically just like, what the fuck is going on? And we're all saying the same thing. The prologue to it is amazing, and it's got some of the most violent shit I've seen in a really long time.
Really?
It's really great. Anyway, so I'll be watching that. I'll definitely be on board. I'll keep everyone posted.
Bring it on.
As we go. Once I get to about episode 5 or 6, I'll give you a good update.
American Gods?
American Gods. And I also watched the first episode of a show that's, I think, up to at least finished its second season now, but The Man in the High Castle, which is this kind of fantasy show about imagining a United States of America if the Nazis won the Second World War.
Ooh.
And so the entirety of the United States of America is one half is Nazi occupied, the other half is Japanese occupied, and there is a neutral zone in the middle.
Wow.
And
nice premise.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's set in the I want to say the 50s. So it has been like a few years since, at least 15, 20 years since it happened.
Yeah, see, do something good like this. Don't make The Mist a TV series. Like,
well, and this is based on a Philip K. Dick short story.
Oh, nice.
So there's
I love the Dick.
there's
I had to put it.
Well done.
Yeah.
But what a wealth of possible stories in a writer like that.
Dude.
Like there are dudes where you can just grab any of these short stories, and I suppose you can grab a Stephen King short story and try and make something of it.
Oh, absolutely.
But he's got it. Speaking of Stephen King, he's got bazillions of stories. Why do you have to do the one that's already been adapted?
Yeah, exactly.
Why not find one of the other ones?
Do a good version of Is it Langoliers?
Langoliers.
Do a good version of that, because that movie sucked.
That was so bad.
Oh, so bad.
There was that stint when all his he had so many of
It was
those
just
bad made for TV
out,
ones.
Like, they were
and it's
bad.
like, oh man, come on, like don't even bother. But even like,
is Dreamcatcher him? No.
Yeah, Dreamcatcher's him.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but don't
tell.
go to that well again.
Yeah.
It's not and it's not one of his better books either. And he'll be the first to admit it. It's one of his weaker books.
Look, I'm fine with that, just as long as they don't touch things that don't touch Misery. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it'll get done again, don't you worry.
No, it's
Carrie's been done 3 times.
But Carrie didn't win Academy Awards.
I think it might have been nominated for some stuff.
Yeah, but this...
but...
Misery won Academy Awards.
She's not. One's going to do a better job than her.
Exactly.
There's a stage adaptation of it.
That's fine.
Bruce Willis played the James Caan role on stage. And I think it might have been Laurie Metcalf.
Oh, she's good.
As Kathy
Good
Bates.
casting.
I think.
Yeah?
Oh, I hope I'm not making that up.
Give it a goose.
Because I'd love to watch that shit. That would be fucking great. Hang on, I haven't spoken about my
sorry.
movie.
Sorry.
So those TV shows, I'll keep everyone posted. If you want to watch along with me, that'll be really cool, because they've both got really good things going on. I think I'm slightly more interested in Man in the High Castle at the moment.
Nice.
Just because I think the premise lends itself to a lot of really cool stuff.
It sounds really good.
So the movie I watched was the 2008 flop, The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Oh, Jesus
The remake
Christ.
of the classic sci-fi film, which I'd never seen. I'd never seen before. I'd never seen the remake. I'd never seen the original.
I haven't seen the original, no.
and it was just there
Very
on Netflix, and I thought
iconic.
I'll give it a watch, man, because
Well, why didn't you do the original Tyson?
it wasn't as easy to find.
Good point.
was
No,
it?
good point.
So, look, this falls into that category of random movies that I should have watched by now. Because I know what I'm like. If I see a sci-fi movie
Yeah.
with Keanu Reeves,
Yeah.
it amazes
You're
me
in.
that I haven't seen it by now.
Right.
Because of course I would just be like, yeah, I'll give that a watch. Fuck yeah.
Because you're a massive Keanu fan, or just because
I'm a
it's-
huge Keanu fan,
Yeah.
because who isn't?
Yeah,
and
good
I'm
point.
also like a big budget sci-fi action
that's right,
film.
yeah.
Like I should
Yeah,
be all
deal.
over this shit.
Yeah.
And I just, because it was reviewed so kind of blah
Yeah.
when it came out.
Yeah, it was.
No one really hated it. Most people just thought
Oh, it was all right.
it's kind of boring and nothing.
Yeah.
And I would tend to agree with most of those people. I think it's got some
Okay.
strong elements to it, but generally it's pretty boring and really doesn't follow through on its premise.
Okay. So what is the premise of
well,
WSS?
so what happens
so is it
is
aliens just
an
come down and
alien
sit?
ship arrives, and this is the best stuff in the movie by far.
Right.
The alien ship arrives. There is a creature that comes out who ends up being birthed as Keanu Reeves.
With the red eye thing?
Okay, so
Is that
that's like a security system.
Right.
That thing. So that pops up later again.
Right.
But the main thing is that Keanu Reeves' character Klaatu comes out of the ship, and he's basically here to tell us, hey, guess what?
Your world is fucked.
No, you're
Oh, damn
fucked,
it.
basically.
Oh, right.
So he said that his whole thing is we need the Earth because
Yeah.
there's only so many planets that can sustain life.
Mm-hmm.
Earth is one of them. Humans, you're fucking it up, so we're going to kill you all because we need the planet to survive.
Rad.
Not,
Rad for him, not for us.
like not for us,
Not
but at the
great
same
for
time
us.
I'm like, yeah, I kind of agree with you, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Look, we've done that.
yeah,
Ash. Yeah.
we've fucked it.
I'm
We've
happy
fucked
with
it
that.
for everybody.
I'm happy for that.
Anyway, so it's the whole movie is basically Jennifer Connelly, who plays a scientist,
Love Jennifer.
trying to convince him that no, we need a second chance. Basically, we can do it.
Okay. So does Keanu speak English or
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, he learns it.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
I think it's one of
in
those-
a nanosecond. Like
Well, it's
literally.
there's a little prologue where you see an explorer that meets something, and it looks like they steal his DNA, and that's what they
Oh,
make
yeah.
him out of, and stuff like that. Anyway,
Cool.
it's not thrilling in the slightest. Like, it's a real just kind of like, yep, okay, we're going
that
to this,
was
we're going here now. Okay,
Yeah.
we're going here now.
That was a good
but
scene.
It's so well cast. Like,
Yeah, man.
Keanu's really great. He does it really well. Jennifer Connelly is always solid. You've got some really good actors kind of popping up in there before they were the big deal kind of roles.
Oh,
Like, you got
okay.
John Hamm,
Right.
Kyle Chandler. Then you got like even Kathy Bates doing the Secretary of Defense.
John Cleese is in there.
John Cleese pops up
What the
for
fuck?
for one scene.
Yeah.
You do also have Jaden Smith
Oh, that's
in
a
there.
shame. Yeah.
That is by far and away the worst thing in the movie. He's awful, just
Yeah.
awful,
Yeah.
and also not even just like, wow, you're a really bad actor. His character is awful, and his character,
Oh.
you want to be like, can someone just who's looking after this kid?
Yeah.
Like, because he ruins everything basically.
Right. So it's like Carl in The Walking Dead. Carl.
there's like no vowels in that word. It's Carl. Carl.
Yeah. Looking for Carl. Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole movie, I was like, he just needs a babysitter.
Oh,
Like,
Jesus.
this movie would be a mazillion. That's my new one.
Mazillion, right?
A mazillion times better if Jennifer Connelly had just went, hey, neighbor, can you look after this kid for me? Thanks.
Right.
And the movie carried on without him in it, because he
Okay.
really does ruin it. But yeah, other than that, nothing really happens. There's a
Yeah.
big finale, and it's kind of like, by that point, you're just kind of like, yeah, it's too little too late, really.
Oh, okay.
The reason why I did want to watch it again, though, is because it's directed
Again?
No, sorry. The reason why I did want to watch it again,
Oh, okay.
like, because I wanted to reiterate why I wanted to watch it.
Oh, okay.
So I've
Yeah.
used the English.
Oh, yeah,
I've used
yeah.
English badly there.
Yeah, sorry.
It wouldn't be the first time, nor will it be the last time that I fuck up the English language.
That's all right.
So the
Yeah,
reason why I did
director.
want to watch it was because it was directed by Scott Derrickson,
Right.
who has now since found a bit of fame. He did the Sinister movies and Doctor Strange.
Yeah, man.
which is really funny because this is the kind of movie that really should have killed his career. Like, and it kind of did. He went and had to make a low-budget horror film.
To kind of get up there.
And
to be honest,
he's kind of clawed his way up. I'm really interested in watching the film he did with Eric Bana called Deliver Us from Evil. Is that him?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really interested in watching that, which is like a CSI Exorcist kind of movie.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm quite interested in. I like Eric Bana.
You're a bit scared of exorcism movies, though.
I am, but at the same time, I
love that you're all in.
I like the idea of looking at it from a procedural kind of
totally.
element. I think that kind of
there's some good ones out there.
That looks cool. Anyway, so yeah, this was disappointing. There's a curiosity element to it there, and it was funny because while I was watching it, I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't watch this because then we could do it for our Everything Old is New Again segment.
Yep.
Where we look at remake and
that'd
original.
Be really good, yeah.
But I'm actually pretty glad that
we're not going
to do that one because I don't know, and I have to watch that movie again. And I think it would just be one of those conversations where it's just like, well, why does this movie even exist? Because it doesn't better any element. It couldn't. I haven't even seen the old one.
We love
and
remakes.
I know it won't better.
We love remakes. We love them. We love them. We love them. We love them. Just keep pumping them out, why don't you?
Yeah.
We don't love them. I'm fucking kidding.
We want more, please.
Where's some originality? Fuck.
Anyway, that's it.
Yep.
Yay. Why don't we move on to
our feature presentation?
Indeed.
Can you talk like a robot? Feature presentation.
Feature presentation.
And now for our feature presentation.
All right, so we're here and we're talking 2004's The Notebook.
The Notebook, directed by Nick
Cassavetes.
Yeah.
Nicholas,
go on, Tyson.
I think we might start with you.
Yeah, sure.
Because
I did pick this.
You did pick this.
I did.
It's an intriguing choice.
It is. Well, I like to keep us versatile here at Nick Tyson Videotape.
No, look, I'm glad you do, because if it was up to me, we'd just talk Van Damme, Schwarzenegger, and
which I could talk to death.
All
exactly.
day.
But I know that the lovely female listeners of Nick Tyson Videotape absolutely adored Dirty Dancing.
Sure.
Yeah. And I love that a lot of my male friends sided with you on that. They were like, "Yeah, I'm not going into that gross infested thing. It would stink." Like, is that what you're thinking really about? Bad. Fuck off!
Do you know? I just remember the days when they barred smoking.
Oh my god!
Because that was right around the time when I was going to bars and stuff, and all of a sudden,
every single fart in there,
everyone realised how bad we all smell. Yeah, look, and I'm with you, man. I like being versatile. I like that we're talking about different kinds of movies.
Absolutely,
I think it's a really good idea.
Well, we watch them,
and this is a movie that made a huge cultural impact.
Yeah, man.
Massively.
Massive.
And we're still feeling the effects of this, like the Nicholas Sparks adaptations
are still churning out,
coming fucking thick and fast.
Yeah, man.
One thing I find really interesting is the fact that every single one of their posters is the same.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, like you've.
No, but I think they're going for something. I think it's.
I know exactly what they're going for. they're trying to.
They're trying to emulate The Notebook.
They're trying to make people go, oh, that reminds me of The Notebook.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they even want dumb people that don't know it's by the same author.
Yeah.
To feel residual goodwill.
Notebook feel, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And do you know what it is? It's two people kind of almost kissing.
Yep. Or touching heads.
Very like
close.
Very big, though. And then some kind of like landscape down the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Some kind of like a field or some water
I think
or an
this
ocean.
Should be, I think this should be
or a horse.
There's
one with a horse, isn't there? There is one.
Is there?
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
It was a recent one where he's like a fucking horse racer. No, he's what do they call him when they get on the horse when it's angry and
I need to look down.
No, the bull rodeo.
Oh right, jeez, you got there.
Jesus.
Again. It's all right, buddy. It's all right.
God,
he was a horse whisperer, was he? Was he a horse whisperer?
He was not a horse whisperer.
Okay,
that's not a Nicholas Sparks novel, surely
that's
not.
No.
That was legit. Robert Redford was in that shit.
Yeah, man.
He doesn't
It was
just fucking
gold.
he doesn't roll up for any old shit.
Exactly.
All right. So, having said that, then
Go on.
How do you feel about this movie, then, Nick? If you decided you chose it, how do you feel about it?
I don't. Oh, well, okay.
Do you like it, or was this a choice designed a little bit more to kind of appeal to our Dirty Dancing audience?
I think
let's be honest. With our listeners, we got quite a few downloads for the Dirty Dancing episode. It's one of our top
ones,
episodes.
Top 3
so
or 4,
there is an element there where we want to kind of. We love doing our 80s actioners and stuff.
We do.
And they get reasonable numbers, but we do something like a Dirty Dancing and the numbers go through the roof.
That's
so,
true. That's true.
We're trying to appeal to a certain audience.
I think the reason that I picked this one is, one, because I wanted to do not something that was 80s action, which we've done a few of.
Yeah.
And the other thing was because... like you've said, The Notebook was such a big deal.
It was a huge
hit.
Huge deal.
And the other one was the fact that you haven't seen it, Tyson. That was the other one.
Skipped it all.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I had no interest in it.
You had no interest?
Zero interest in it.
Fair deal.
I have very little interest in romantic dramas.
Really?
Even
of nowadays, yeah.
Even
me too.
even the great ones like
Gone with the Wind,
or the Oscar kind of caliber ones. Like, I've never seen The English Patient.
Oh, no, neither have I.
I don't think I'm ever going to watch it.
No, you would, because it didn't win Best Picture?
Yeah.
Oh, we're watching
I'm
it,
pretty
man.
comfortable not ever having to
come
watch
on.
it, though.
There's a reason it won Best Picture.
And so I'm, and this is, it comes across as like the guy that, I want fucking guns and shit in my movie. And that's totally not the case.
No,
like I've counted.
Cry it.
I
Ads,
love like crying in movies. I love getting emotionally attached to my characters.
Exactly.
But for some reason, romantic dramas just aren't where I go for that fix. It's just never been something that has attracted me to a film.
Right.
Where I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch two people meet, fall in love, have some kind of problem that restricts that, somehow overcome that problem, and then live somewhat happily ever after. That, to me, as a story element, I'm less interested in.
So to counter that, Tyson, have you seen La La Land?
Still haven't. No.
Wow, you still haven't?
Yeah.
Okay, decent.
Yeah, I'll get around to it. Don't worry. It's making its way to streaming stuff now. I can rent it online and stuff. So
it's not a rush. Don't rush.
I'll get around to it. Don't worry. I still I don't think I've watched any of the Oscar movies since our Oscar special.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've moved on to this year now.
Yeah,
I'll come around. It'll definitely come.
That's
around.
why I have to do it in that kind of week and smash it out.
And it's 100% true, because I don't think I ever really go back to revisit those movies unless I fucking love them.
No, unless it won. I still haven't seen The Artist.
Okay,
things like that.
I saw The Artist around the time it happened. But something like a movie like The Revenant, which I fucking loved.
Right.
So this was 2 years ago now. More than 2 years ago. I haven't gone back to watch it again.
What? The Revenant was more than 2 years ago.
Well,
it
was
not last year.
It was not these Oscars just gone. It was the Oscars before, and so it came out before that. So,
man, that felt like
18,
yesterday.
Yeah, 18 months or so probably since it came out.
Okay.
Yeah. Why the fuck are we talking about that? So I don't.
The Notebook.
What are we talking about? Notebook?
The Notebook.
Notebook. Okay.
Right.
No, I was making a point. Was I making a point?
You were. You were saying why you don't.
Oh, because you asked me if I'd seen La La Land, because we were talking about the predictability, I think, of these stories.
Right.
And to be honest, this is half a predictable movie. The Notebook?
Well, this is where I wanted to... This is one of the questions I have for you, Tyson.
Hit me with your questions,
coming at it fresh, I wanted to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
Yeah. Shall we discuss what for those random
there will be spoilers.
2 or 3...
There will be spoilers.
Absolutely. It came out in 2004. You suck otherwise.
Yeah, just assume that when we talk about a movie on the show, we'll be spoiling it.
No, don't say that. We won't do that.
Not for new releases and stuff, but this section, the feature presentation section, we will be spoiling
spoilers. Yeah, I
blanket
like that.
spoiler
alert. Fair deal.
Because we might forget sometimes, and I don't want to offend anyone who's like, oh, fuck, I was going to watch that later. Like, I don't want that guy to be like, I had the Notebook fucking DVR'd. I was going to watch it later. I'm so mad.
Oh my God.
That guy. I don't want to piss that guy off.
What was that guy's name? He needs to have a name.
Brock?
Brock, mate, you need to go back to the gym and stop watching Magic Mike on rerun, motherfucker. Oh my God. But for those people, Tyson, should we say what
Well, no, tell me.
synopsis? Do you want the synopsis?
No,
you don't.
Everyone
Okay.
knows what this is about. Tell me. Ask a question.
You want a question? All right, jeez. Are you going to have to talk about something? I don't know if it's just Tyson. So what did you... My first question is, well, because it's a simple story, Tyson, what did you think? What did you like this movie at the end of it? Were there tears?
No.
There were no
zero
tears. Wow.
0 tears.
You cold-hearted bastard.
No, because the closest I got to tears...
Yep.
There was one moment where the James Garner character...
Yes. Loses it?
No, that bit didn't do anything for me. I found that bit really...
Did you watch this with your lovely girlfriend?
No, she was...
You didn't?
She'd seen it a bunch of times. She had to study it for school. She didn't want to watch it.
Well, that's half
No,
the
she
element
didn't have
gone
to
there.
study it. She had to teach it.
She had to
so imagine having to
right.
teach a film. You'd want to watch it less.
She had to teach this.
Yeah, so it was
fuck.
as part of... I'm giving away the fucking the Tyson backstory. But yes, my lovely partner is a school teacher.
Is a school teacher. Yeah.
There was part of that where it was based on adaptations. How the adaptation was.
Okay.
And I'd actually be really interested in that because
that'd be insane.
I'm not going to put the time in to read the book, but I didn't think this was I didn't think it was a good adaptation. I don't know the book, and I can that seems like a really weird statement to say.
Yeah, it does.
But there are a lot of problems with this movie, and I cannot see the book doing the same thing simply because...
Is this your partner in your ear, though?
No. This is
Okay.
100% me. We haven't talked about it. This is me saying that the problems with this movie are almost entirely based on pacing, and that is a problem that comes from an adaptation.
Okay.
Anyway, but to answer your question,
yes,
the closest I got to crying was at one point James Garner his children are saying, "Why don't we leave? Come on, we'll all share. We'll look after Mum." And he says, "That's my sweetheart." And that was the one moment where I was like, "Yeah, that's really great. That's really lovely." Because it was simple.
Yeah,
it wasn't this grand fucking gesture,
and it wasn't not like him tearing up the character.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
Exactly.
Which we'll get to later, but that was. Other than that, I think the stuff in the past is a very engaging, if unexceptional story. But super engaging because they find the characters very engaging.
Well, I
find the stuff in the present with the book and the dementia and all that, I find that completely unnecessary. And
whoa, really?
I feel like that is a writer's conceit to make you more sad. I think that's
really
it exists
you think
entirely
it's a ploy?
For that. I think it's a ploy.
Wow,
100%.
Okay,
because I don't think it adds anything.
What are you, insane?
Yeah, I don't feel like it adds anything to it.
Well, I'm quite different. I do agree with you on the 40s stuff. The fact that the reason that I connected, like, I don't hate this movie.
No, I don't hate this movie at all.
But I didn't cry in it when I watched it. I don't think I cried the first time or the second. I didn't cry this time either.
But sometimes it gets you and sometimes it doesn't.
It does, exactly. Right. But the parts that get me are the James Garner parts.
Oh, that's those are the parts.
Yeah,
had no
those are the parts
that
get me. But that's because I'm watching it next to my wife. That's why it hits me. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I connect with the 40s part because of how romance was back then. They didn't have. They didn't have phone calls or texts or fucking can I get your number and that bullshit. They didn't have social media and dick pics and all that crap. They didn't even have like I looked it up. They didn't even have like popular bands to go and see. Oh, do you want to go see a band with me? They didn't have that.
Yeah.
They had popular music, like certain types of music were popular.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go stand around an old fucking timey?
Yeah.
What are they called? Megaphone? No. What were they called? What were they fucking called?
A
mellophone. Mellophone.
Yeah.
Oh, bad. I should
You're
know
talking
that.
about I know what you're talking about.
The record player that had the big kind of
Gramophone.
cone.
Yeah. But yeah, and for me, just looking back to it now, because people now, you don't even call someone. Let's say you get someone's number. Let's say you're single, you go to a bar.
I
not
haven't
that you do that
answered
anymore.
or made a phone call.
Exactly. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like that is what have we become?
Don't call me. No one calls me.
Why no call?
I will
Why
answer.
don't call me?
I will answer
Why?
a call from my girlfriend.
Yep.
And maybe my parents.
And maybe me.
And maybe you.
Yeah.
And even
And
then,
that's it?
Even then, it's kind of like if I'm doing something, it's like
I don't
hey,
need to talk to
man,
Nick. I'll talk to you later.
What's up?
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
Text me.
But you're not even. You're sitting on your couch.
Yeah, no, that's it.
And this is the thing for me.
I'd 100% prefer a text message.
Fuck me, really. That's and this is the non-connection with this is the
this is the problem with the world.
And I'm
I am
going to
part of the
sound
problem.
really old. Yeah. This is the problem with the world right now, and that's why for me, going back to the movie, the 40s was romantic with the town fair that was there, and
Look,
look,
they sell the romance really well.
Yeah,
there are elements to it that I think you're forced to kind of stand apart from them a little bit, though, because some of it,
go on.
Like, don't you think some of it just paints them as crazy? Like,
it's
as
young,
people that
young love.
Yeah, and I get that. I totally get that. You do some crazy shit, but
Yeah.
some of it is the behavior of people that I don't want to associate with.
No, I totally understand.
And so there's that
with the fighting and
separates
stuff,
me a little. Oh, look, I think the fighting's kind of cute. I don't like when he starts hitting. Oh, he doesn't hit. He ever really physically hits her.
No, he hits himself.
Yeah. But you know, her.
I know
she's a bit slap happy.
Yeah.
It's more like, you know, the fact that his idea of impressing her is to kind of like quite dangerously risk his life.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh man, come on.
That was
that's
this is one of the beefs that I had with it was the fact that whole start I didn't really believe.
Well, the start to their relationship is unhealthy to begin with.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, oh, you're kind of manipulating her.
And you're kind of forcing.
You're kind of very forceful. Yeah. I mean, are you gonna like what happened if by chance your other hand slipped and you fell and died?
Sure.
What would you have done to this poor girl? Like,
he doesn't care.
You would have ruined her life.
He's a wild man.
Because she would have always had that on her conscience.
That's true. No, I don't think she'd care, to be honest.
I know, but she was obviously, you know, she had a heart.
Well, my partner brought up something that was interesting, that if it wasn't Ryan Gosling and an ugly, festery, gross guy did that to you...
This is always a big problem with these movies, is because you insert someone that isn't movie star attractive into these roles
and they
behaving
are a
that way.
And you are calling the motherfucking
You are calling
police.
the cops in a second.
Yeah.
Hey, lay down in the street with me.
Yeah.
You are going to jail, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not lying down with shit.
And talking about that laying down, that didn't work for me.
That didn't work for
at
me
the
at all.
start, there was no chemistry there. I felt like the whole traffic lights thing and all that shit.
Oh no, it's the opposite. So here's a funny story.
Oh, go on.
I was reading the IMDb trivia.
Yeah.
So Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, I read this.
And Ryan Gosling didn't like each other very much.
Didn't like each other at the start. Yeah.
But they actually filmed the later stuff first.
They did when they're older.
Yeah.
And Gosling has a beard.
So they filmed that first. So he was buff and had the beard.
Yep.
And then they went, go and lose a bunch of weight.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to film the early stuff.
Yeah.
So in that point when they were younger, they actually had gotten over their beef by that point.
Yeah.
It was when they were doing the stuff where she came back and they were having the big fucking sex fest.
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't like each other. They hated each other. They were like really uncomfortable and didn't think of... And Gosling apparently tried to get her replaced and stuff. Like it was really intense.
Yeah, it was huge. And Cassavetes had to like take them aside and go...
full intervention stuff.
Look, this has to work. Otherwise, we've got no fucking film. And then, hilariously enough, after that, they
dated.
They dated, yeah, exactly.
In real life.
What the fuck?
That's crazy talk. Clearly, that's not going to work out. Like...
Yeah,
You gotta
don't
know,
you?
like-
You've got to. But don't you
surely
think?
part of your brain goes, no, this is residual character feelings
Yeah,
because I hated this person when I met her.
yeah, exactly.
So any feelings I have for him are clearly Noah's feelings, and I am just expressing that.
But don't you think during the first read through of them screen testing both of them, if you don't have chemistry in that first read through,
No, but I think you can definitely have chemistry and hate people. I don't think.
Really?
I think they're totally separate things.
Okay.
I think on
For
stage
me,
or
I
on
can't do that.
screen
That's
chemistry.
fucking hard for me.
Oh, but it doesn't mean that the chemistry's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're only partly responsible for your own chemistry.
Yeah, fair. It's got to be.
That's
there.
what
it's
I
a two.
kinda
It's
believe
two to tango.
Yeah,
yeah, fair.
absolutely.
Fair.
Yeah. So that was kind of interesting. So it's funny you say that because those scenes. Because I agree.
That didn't
I
work.
think the earlier stuff doesn't work as well as the later stuff.
Yeah.
But it's funny because the earlier stuff was when they actually liked each other,
Which is
and when
weird.
you would think that those moments would work more because there would be more of a playful because they were obviously more comfortable with each other.
Exactly.
I don't really believe any part of what's happening between them until after she comes back. Sorry, that's not what happens.
So what was that?
Yeah.
What
I
did
don't,
you say?
I don't believe
Yeah,
any part
in
of
the
their relationship
until she comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I think up to the point where
No, I believe after the traffic lights, and then after the little montage of them getting ice
there's
cream
some nice
and all
stuff
that
with
shit.
actually
Yeah.
no, you know what I like the
Yeah.
bit with once she meets his dad.
Exactly.
And
that was-
it does kind of take a turn, and there's a little bit of dialogue about how James
Yep.
Garner says in the book where he's reading the book, and he says they spend every day together from that point. I think I start
There
to kind
you
of
see the
yeah,
relationship
I start to see it.
to blossom.
But that the initial meeting and him on the street saying, "Why won't you go out with me?" and all that stuff, I'm not on board for any of that. I feel like it's
No.
really just
It
kind
was-
of you just give it a break, man. Like you're coming across really, and this is 100% your point, and it's perfect.
Go on.
If he had been anyone,
If he had been hideous,
if he had been even slightly
Had he-
unattractive,
exactly. Had he been Topher Grace,
we'd have a
fuck me.
poor Topher
No,
Grace.
fuck
That's a
Topher
bit
Grace.
rough. No,
That's
let's not. Topher Grace is a movie star. You stand him next to either of us, and we're fucking.
Are you insane?
He's a movie star.
Bullshit. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
No,
that means nothing.
He has to spend his life next to Brad Pitts of the world. You put him next to us schmucks,
Are you serious?
he's gonna look alright.
We have more coming out of our eyeballs than
No,
that, man.
I don't know, man.
Fuck off.
But let's
Go on,
even
go on.
amp it
Yeah,
up
go
even
on.
further.
Ooh.
Let's just a normal person,
Yeah,
just a
sure.
normal guy.
Joe Blow guy.
Doesn't just maybe a little bit overweight, maybe
Yeah.
kind of losing a bit of his hair, maybe
Sure.
kind of got a tooth pointing the wrong way.
Yeah, doesn't cut his fingernails.
She's not going
She's
near
not
that.
on
It
the bargain.
becomes full assault.
It becomes-
Let's get
yeah.
the fucking restraining order.
Becomes a thriller.
And this is a big. Just wait. I've made that note.
Really?
Just later. Yeah.
yeah.
Because, and this is a big problem with a lot of romantic dramas and romantic comedies that I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think gets addressed enough.
Sure.
Is that if the people weren't super sexy,
Attractive. Yeah.
we would all be saying how fucked up they are.
Yeah. Well, this is the
Especially from one person to one character to another. Like the things that it's not always the dude. It's it's majority of times it's the guy.
Yeah.
But sometimes it is the girl as well.
absolutely.
But in a lot of cases, there is one character in a romantic comedy that should be arrested for what they are doing
Yeah.
and only get away with it because they are incredibly attractive.
Yeah, that's true. Stick. Like I said before, stick two other people in La La Land, and that thing is not Oscar worthy. That is a telly movie at best.
I don't know.
That
maybe,
is a
who
that is
knows?
an
Maybe I
episode
could,
of motherfucking Glee.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
poor Glee.
No, Glee can suck it.
All right. Well, so that's the initial kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think the story itself. I want to just go back to. I want to talk about the conceit of the story.
Right.
The fact that this story doesn't exist. This is the prime example of the reverse engineered story.
Sure.
This is someone saying, "I've got possibly Nicholas Sparks, I would assume, because he wrote the fucking story,
Yep.
the book, saying, hey, do you know what's devastating? Dementia. right?
Right.
Because it is.
Yes.
Because it fucking is,
it's
man.
scary
like,
as hell.
The idea that you have to, like, not only do you have to watch the person you love forget who you are,
Yep.
but to be the person who is forgetting,
Yeah.
that is terrifying.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there. He's like, you know what's terrifying? Dementia.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a movie. I'm going to write a story
Yeah.
that just makes
Pulls on
that
that
just
string.
pulls on
Yeah.
that so hard. And to me,
But
as much as I know it deep down,
Dementia is
the
a thing, though,
the
Tys.
reality of that situation
Exactly.
would be absolutely horrific.
Yep.
I watch a movie like this and I feel the manipulation. I don't
Okay.
feel the natural kind of.
It wasn't.
I don't feel the sadness from a point of.
It wasn't natural for you.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't feel it and be like, oh man, like, but they had such a beautiful love. I feel it as like, thanks movie, in this case movie,
Yeah.
for just basically deliberately trying to rip my heart out,
Yeah. Yeah.
which doesn't work. My heart gets broken when it's unexpected.
Right.
But watching this whole movie, seeing those little bits of information get fed to you, and look, you know, it's been 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of already knew that it was them.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay. That was a question that I
Well,
had.
and this was the one question I did ask to my partner. I said,
Yeah.
was that well known when it came out? And she said, I didn't know it when I saw it,
Okay.
but she said she figured it out about half an hour into it.
Okay. When did you figure it out?
Well,
it wasn't.
I didn't know for a fact.
Okay.
I knew that it was related in a way.
Okay.
And I was like, I think I knew that she was Ali,
Right.
but I didn't think I knew if he was
That
Noah
he
or
was
James
Noah
Marsden.
James. Right. Okay.
But
That's kind of good. I like that. I like that.
But the problem with it is that James Garner's performance is kind of nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't see elements of Noah at all.
Noah yeah, I agree with you there. I really do. Yeah.
I think
You want something. You want to see.
I think
something.
Gina Rollins is doing a better job. I think I see elements of Ali in her.
Yeah, especially when she goes, "Let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's take a drive."
Yeah,
you know?
like
Where is his?
I
where
don't
is
see Noah.
Yeah.
But then again, I want to say, and this is no offense to Ryan Gosling, but what really is Noah? He doesn't really have. He's just rugged and handsome, and sometimes looks like a homeless man.
Fucking weird.
You know what I mean?
homeless
Like
man.
he's not really anything.
Well, this is
He loves her. He
Sure.
absolutely loves her.
sure.
But that is his defining feature.
Yeah.
He works in a lumber yard and
Yep.
he has dreams. Like it's you know what I mean? Like
He used to have a stutter, and he reads poetry, and he's very romantic.
but see, this is okay. Like
Come on, Tys.
But this is
the thing.
This is a problem.
This is a
He's-
movie that
he's
is
put
that
on
is
a
pointed at.
pedestal
This
as-
movie is pointed at certain people, at a certain demographic, and they are littering it with cliches. But these cliches are slightly cheesy, but they still work. They work in a sense.
no, cliches are cliches for a reason, of course. I believe that 100%.
Okay.
But I want him to I think
You want more of his character.
the best stuff he does,
Sure.
I think, is when he's with the other girl, and you see how kind of empty he is.
Yeah, that's some character.
That
points,
to me is really
That's
solid
true.
and really lovely, and you start to see more of him.
Yeah.
I think the building of the house
Yeah,
is
a lovely gesture.
well, yeah, of course it is. So what a lovely gesture.
Yeah.
No, I think the building the house is replacement for character development.
Really?
I think it's there because, well, what else are they going to do with Noah other than have him build this house for her?
But this isn't a movie about... I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
It should have had more character points and plots with him, but I feel that this isn't a story about him. This
No,
is
no,
about
it's
her.
Ali's story.
Yeah.
The only reason I bring it up is because you have...
Because James Gardner's got nothing to work with.
Yeah,
That's
well,
why you brought
James,
it up.
Yeah, James Gardner doesn't really, inhabit
He would have looked at those
Noah.
dailies and gone, "Well, you don't. You
Yeah,
don't
what
have
have I
like
got?
a limp.
I'm just,
you don't
you're
have
just
anything."
a normal. You're just a normal dude,
Yeah,
basically.
exactly,
Who
yeah.
gets a little kind of you've got passion, but about really just kind of about her, and that's
Yeah,
it. Really, like
yeah.
he doesn't really show passion about anything
Yeah,
else.
exactly.
And he's kind of funny, I guess.
Yeah.
But And then you have James Marsden,
I love James Marsden.
my heart breaks for in this film.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's why I kind of liked the James Marsden character, because these are two good guys. There's nothing. They're not.
100%.
There's no bad guy here.
No.
So she
100%.
literally has like one of the hardest decisions in the world.
Yeah, and look,
Which is why actually
It's fine.
this time watching it, I was like, oh, who does she go with? Is that Ryan Gosling? That's Ryan Gosling, isn't it?
well, is
James
that meant to be part of it? Are we meant to kind of?
I don't know,
Are we
maybe.
meant to spend the movie kind of guessing who James Garner's character is?
No, I don't think so.
Surely,
I'm sure
'cause
you know because of the cover.
if this movie ended up with her with James Marsden, what is this movie? Like, you would just be like,
Yeah,
people would just be like,
it's
what?
called Cyclops Wins.
Cyclops wins.
Yeah.
Well, I did make a note about poor James Marsden because he has been forever the other guy.
The other guy, yeah.
When he
Except
is,
in Hairspray, where he's awesome.
yeah, but well, that's funny because he doesn't get the girl though.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't want the girl.
No, he doesn't.
But,
No.
it's a different kind of situation. But you've got Superman Returns. He's with, but
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what's really funny
Oh,
about James
Jesus,
Marsden
I totally forgot about
is that he's the guy that gets the girl when she doesn't actually want
Him.
though.
Yeah.
Or it's not so much that she doesn't want him. We, as the audience, don't want him for her. So with Lois Lane in Superman Returns,
Sure.
he's amazing. She loves him, but we deep down in the audience, we want him. We want her to be with Superman.
My favourite line of his in that is where he goes, when they're eating the sandwiches, and he goes, "What were you doing? Were you smoking?" And he's just leaned towards. It was so funny.
But he's so great in that movie.
But yeah.
And he, I think he's made a career out of, because when people are like, okay, we need the other guy, but we don't want him to be a dick. Who do we
want
get?
him to be
we'll get James
amazing,
Marsden.
and he's attractive, and he's really nice.
fucking, he's
Yeah,
gorgeous, man.
yeah,
he's
James
like
Marsden,
classic.
man.
He's like old school Hollywood.
Yeah,
hot.
yeah.
Like he's yeah. X-Men,
X-Men,
same thing.
yeah.
He's with
Jean Grey.
Jane Grey, but we the
want
audience,
him-
we
want
want
him to be
her to be with
Logan.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Even something like Enchanted, where I don't know if you've seen
Oh, I
Enchanted.
haven't, no.
So he plays because it's Amy Adams is like a Disney princess that escapes into the real world.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the prince who follows her into
Oh,
the
the
real
real
world.
world.
But he is all the nobility of the Disney prince,
Right.
just in a situation where he can't understand reality.
Okay.
So he's actually a wonderful person,
yeah.
but has to give
Doesn't
her
know
up
what's
to
going
a
on.
human man.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he doesn't have the depth of that.
Oh.
So in a Disney world, he would be the perfect suitor for her.
Yeah.
And so, that's what he does really well. The
Okay.
guy that is wonderful,
Yeah.
but just not quite,
Not quite.
right.
We
what
don't.
we want.
Yeah, we're not.
And he keeps
going
getting
for it.
shat on for that, but he does it well.
Poor James Marsden.
Poor James Marsden.
I love him.
I'm
I
a big
love
fan
him.
of him, and I think that's partly. I liked Noah. Don't get me wrong. And there was not
No,
a
but I
single
underst-
moment in this film where I thought that she shouldn't be with Noah, because
Absolutely.
it was obviously, But this is.
Are you all right? What's going on?
Fine.
It's fine. It's just
But,
it's a
like,
story
it's-
that's been told before. That's why.
It's like, oh, you know what makes a relationship work? Just make her a room where she can paint.
Oh,
and,
come
like,
on. That was nice.
These are all lovely gestures. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. But
lovely
at the end
gesture.
of the day,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. What?
it's more than that. It's
Yeah.
like life
They
is
have
more
that-
than where you paint, and the
yeah,
fact
but
that they
had that emotion. That's the thing.
yes, and yes, of course,
Right.
But this is similar to the Dirty
You
Dancing
would go
thing,
with James
where
Marsden,
I think
wouldn't you?
when I was, if I was 18,
Yeah.
I would be in it. I would be thinking about this movie very differently. And I'd
Yeah,
be like, of course,
exactly.
no, he's just like, he's me. He's so expressive and like
loves
tortured,
life.
and he loves so much life, and he rows and he dances in the rain and laughs about it.
Yeah.
And like now I'm 35, and I'm like, James Marsden has a sensible job. He's very, very
you
well off.
Old man, that is
But
terrible.
He's also a fucking good dude, because that
He is nice.
that really great conversation when he proposes to her
Yeah.
is it just expresses perfectly what kind of person he is.
Yeah.
Where he has all this wealth, but it does not define him.
No, that's true. He is just a beautiful guy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you're kind of like,
I know.
okay, yeah, sure, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Go with Noah, that's fine. Enjoy your
But
life.
we're made to think that. We're made to think the movie does well because we're made to think these things. Like when they meet each other's parents, Sam, the beautiful Sam Shepard, is one of the greatest. He goes down, like, I like to make when you watch movies and you kind of see recurring things that happen, and you just take a note of it. My thing is great movie dads of all time.
I love good movie dads. Yeah.
And he goes down as one.
He's great.
Like, he was on the porch, they were reading, like he was just reading.
I love that little interaction.
It was
and
so
actually,
lovely.
because I didn't know this movie.
Yeah.
And it's funny because to someone who doesn't know it, for a moment you actually fear that he's not a good dude.
He's not good, yeah. That's true. They do play it
the
like
way
that.
he's kind of, he's watching him read the poetry and you're like, okay, so what is this? Is he forcing him to do this to try?
Is this a punishment?
Is this a punishment for something? And then when he dobs him in about the stutter, and he's like...
And it's beautiful. And then he gets the painting out. And then... This is what makes him the best dad, and this is literally what I will do when if my children bring home their partners or whatever. I will go, "Are you hungry? Fuck it, let's have pancakes.
Let's have pancakes."
Oh, come on, that's amazing. Yeah. But yeah, like the and then you have so you have his family. His family's lovely. He has his dad. There's poetry. There's pancakes. Who doesn't want that?
Yeah.
And then you have the rich family, which for some reason the luncheon, and they are all motherfucking dressed in white for some reason.
Hey man,
what was with that?
Southern luncheons.
Southern luncheon in white, and he's dressed in black. And the only things that get brought up is what does he do for a living?
Yeah.
But yeah, like you're not meant to like this side of the family.
No.
Like
the introduction of the dad is one of the funniest things. I laughed out loud when she walks up the patio and he's on the porch twirling his mustache.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Well, let's have him for lunch, shall we?
And I was just like, come on, like I get it. We're not meant to like these people,
exactly,
but you are.
And that's
working
what made me
real hard, man.
Made me bring up my next question, Tys. Why in films such as these, why can't the rich family be fun? Why can't they be nice? They're never nice, are they?
There were
Unless you get a movie like The Wolf of Wall Street, where the rich people were insanely fun.
Up, yeah.
Like they were insane. You don't get fun rich people. You don't.
No, and
it's not a thing.
This was where I was really feeling like the movie was losing me. It was
at the family part.
Was the Joan Allen? You'll never see that boy again. Blah blah blah.
But she did a good job.
Okay, so Joan Allen comes around. She has a really great scene.
Yeah.
She has one really great scene.
What scene is that?
When she talks about her fling with the guy in the car.
No, see, this didn't sit with me,
scene.
and this actually fucking pissed me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It really did, because it doesn't. Her saying
it doesn't make it okay.
No,
I'm not saying
at
that.
all.
I think her performance is excellent in that scene.
Joan Allen, man,
she kills it.
Yeah. But no, that pissed me off. That made me hate it.
Oh, of course.
Like,
no, it
this
does
not.
It does
because
it's she. No, I don't think that she feels like it's going to garner sympathy. I think
it shows her as more human.
It just humanizes her ever so slightly, and gives. If anything, it just kind of I think it sways Ali the right way, because she doesn't want to turn out like her mum.
Exactly.
But I just like in that scene how she just says, "I know I don't show it, but I love your father. He's an excellent man."
Yeah.
Because they really don't make them to be awful people, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's not, this is the thing. When she does come home and he's sitting in the dark on the balcony twirling his mustache, it's kind of like, well, fuck, Jesus. Like, we might as well hear dun, dun, dun behind him, because, like, it's awful. It's really bad.
Yeah. Scary.
But then, he turns out to actually not be the worst guy in the world. Like,
no, he seems all right. It's the mother that was
but
horrible.
She, but it's revealed that she's doing it from a place of protective nature. I thought it's not that I agree with it.
She does, but no.
There is it offers some sense of explanation, even if I don't agree with it as because it sucks. Like, you never do that to your kid. Like, what a fucking awful thing to do.
Letters, Tyson. When was the last time you wrote a letter? Oh,
what was I wanted to say about that? So the letters.
Yeah, Joan Allen.
No, I'm past Joan Allen.
Okay.
I think she has one incredibly good scene.
Oh, amazing.
But other than that, I'm
No, she's solid through the whole thing.
I wasn't buying her
At the
her
start.
evil mother
I
routine.
did. What are you
No.
insane? Like at the.
It was the same thing. It was too dastardly. It was like I was like
it was a bit too
there
English. Was funny.
it was too like revealing that there's a reason for her to be a bitch doesn't mean that you don't show any kind of levels of it in the first place.
Right.
Like she's not that good at covering it. This is the thing. Joan Allen is an exceptionally good character, but the character she is playing can't be that good at covering for herself. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Well, because at no point, until she rolls up and says, "Get in the car, I'm taking you somewhere,"
Yeah.
until that point, we have not seen even the singlest little shred of understanding in her.
From the family side.
From the mother.
Yeah,
That's
true.
Joan Allen being an exceptionally good actress. But the character isn't that good an actress.
Ah,
Do you know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. Okay, you want a little bit more between the parents. Or
I
something
wanted
like
to.
that.
I needed to see
more of the mother. If the mother's going to go to that length to go to this,
because it came out of nowhere. Because you're
yeah.
kind of like, well, you haven't shown any of this
That's true.
because you've
Yeah, good
played her
point.
as just completely stone cold.
Nice. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I agree with
being
you.
a really good. It's different.
It
Being
would
a
have been
really
more.
good actress.
It would have been
is
filled out a lot more. The story wise, had that come from
just little,
somewhere.
little moments, mate.
Yeah.
Like, and it doesn't.
Yeah,
Not even
totally.
obvious moments, but you need at some point to doubt her.
You should have held on to
villainy.
It shouldn't have just been one letter. You should have seen them. At least a couple of more scenes, seen the letters come and her kind of hide them away. And
maybe
had
see
seen
a
her
reaction
cry.
to
Do you know
him.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe she reads one of them and it makes her upset.
Exactly. Go with that.
Like,
yeah.
you know, just
That'd
even
humanize
something
it.
like
Yeah.
that.
That'd be
maybe
awesome.
just even a moment where you see Ali ask the mailman or something, and you see her reaction to it
Yeah.
as like
Her
this
standing up in the
slightly
window.
torn. That it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, I'm ruining my daughter.
Yeah.
Instead, it was just all pouty
It
mouth
was very
and
villainy. Yeah, that's very true.
this is awful. Anyway, well,
All right then.
we were going somewhere else with that.
Oh, were
Oh, the
we?
letters.
Yeah, sorry.
So they don't. I find it really funny because I remember someone saying that the letters were the big moment. I remember hearing that it was like, when people talk about lines in movies, and I know at some point someone has mentioned The Notebook, and the line that has stuck out has been, I wrote you every day for a year, or whatever he says.
Oh yeah, it was on the pier.
On the pier.
Yeah, yep.
Which ends up making, that's the turning point, really,
Yeah,
for this
it was.
story.
Yeah.
It's
It
badly
wasn't that big a
handled.
yeah, it
It's
wasn't
not
that
a big deal at all. And I'm like,
No.
this should be a big deal.
Yeah.
The kid fucking wrote 365 letters.
Yeah, man.
I haven't written 365 things in my fucking life.
Yeah.
Count up all the essays I've written in my life, all
Yeah.
the school projects. You'd be lucky to crack 200, surely.
Jeez.
365 letters, man.
Well, maybe by 365 episodes of Nick Tys and
Hey.
Videotape, you
I made you a podcast a day for a year. Yeah, that guy's not getting laid. The
No.
guy that makes a
the
podcast a
for a
day.
year? Dude, you're not going anywhere. Come on. You got to be the Gosling to get somewhere.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really
yeah,
funny.
fair deal.
And I reckon this leads me to a concern I had with a lot of things in this movie, and I think it's the direction in this movie.
Sure.
And I don't want to speak too ill of Nick Cassavetes, the son of the great indie director
Yeah.
John Cassavetes,
Sure.
and Gina Rollins,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Who played the
because he
older Ellie.
will ever be my. I will always be fond of him based on his wonderful performance in Face Off.
I looked that up too.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was him. And then I look back and I'm like, oh my God, it is him.
Yeah, it totally is him.
yeah.
And I fucking,
No more
I
drugs
love it.
for that
That man. That's it. I love him.
Yeah.
He's amazing. I don't think this is a well-directed film.
Right.
I think its pacing is shite.
Uh-huh.
Its ability to find the breathing room in the story beats is shite.
Right.
And I feel like it's a big problem. Do you know what I was really struggling with?
Yeah.
Was that, and this happened twice.
Yeah.
Do you know the meme, well, that escalated quickly? The Ron Burgundy
one, yeah.
where they talk about how some out of nowhere...
You just mentioned a meme.
That
Yeah, keep
escalated
going.
quickly
Yep.
because
Yep.
it's like it goes from nothing to Brick killing a man.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This movie has 2 moments where that
It escalated
meme,
quickly.
that meme is so appropriate.
Right. Okay, number 1.
From nowhere, war, Kevin Connolly dead.
It's fantastic.
In the space of, I reckon, 90 seconds.
Yeah,
we
that's
go
true.
from war has struck, we're signing up and we're singing our songs, we're going to war, and I'm like, what the fuck, where are we? There's a war movie? All right, sure. Kevin Connolly dead in the snow, and he's home. And I'm like, that escalated quickly.
Escalated quickly.
Yeah. That was horribly, horribly handled. I thought horribly handled.
I
There was
kind of agree with you, actually,
no
now.
sense of pace. No.
I don't like
How
this.
much more
You're
effective?
turning me on Notebook. I don't like this.
No.
at all.
I don't think it makes it.
No.
I think this is a.
No, I understand.
This is,
No, but I'm agreeing with you. It
Yeah.
was handled poorly. It was.
This is a
'Cause I love
very
The Friend.
suitable, like 2.5, 3-star movie.
Sure.
I think. Like it is, but
out of 5 or out of 10?
out of 5.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it has a lot of problems, and this is
Right.
definitely one of them.
But it's watchable.
It's totally watchable.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's so watchable.
Yeah.
I was quite happy watching it. It's a little long. It's a bit over 2 hours. Like, what's that all about?
Yeah, that's because you.
But so that's the first moment,
Right.
right? Where I was like,
Right.
could you imagine how much more Noah's character? We forget he saw his best friend die in war,
Yeah.
and it is not
It's not
even a
mentioned.
blip
Yeah, that's
on
true.
his character
That's really
later
true.
because we knock it all out in, I reckon, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So poorly handled.
He goes to war. He signs up. He goes to war. His friend dies. He's back home.
He
He's
comes
building
home.
a house.
Yeah.
And then his dad dies.
Second point
Oh.
of massive escalation, where it cuts to funeral.
Dad dead.
Dad died that week.
And he's like the best. Dad died that week.
And like, I can't remember the line of dialogue. A few months later, after Dad died, and I'm like, what? What?
And then there was a guy with a trident. Brick, where did you get a hand grenade?
Exactly. Because he just sold him the house, and I was waiting for this
I know.
lovely moment where it's like
a montage of
the
dad and
dad
son.
and son building the house together,
Oh.
sharing their wisdom with each other. We didn't get any of that.
Even like some good dad chats about love and
Just
things
one
like
one little moment where it's like, I know why you're doing this.
that. Yeah.
She was really something special.
Yeah, I could see
And
what happened.
If this is for her, I'm proud to be doing this with you.
That's lovely.
You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
We got nothing. Dad died that summer, or whatever the fucking thing is. And Gosling's got a fucking wicked beard then as well. So it's like, well, time has passed.
Well, time has passed. Dad is dead, and
Dad is dead.
Looks
And
like
I
we're
was
moving on and
fucking
just
hell,
having
man.
sex
You're
with some random.
you're ruining the bits that
fill the movie,
would
that
give
colour the
Noah
movie.
character, would
Yeah.
actually give him something,
Yeah,
man.
that's true. That's
and you're
very
just
true.
fucking breezing past them like they're nothing.
Well, at least it had an effect on you. I like that.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
Because I
What
watched
the
this by
fuck?
myself, and I had to do like a double take to
I'm
see if
watching this
anyone,
by
is
myself.
anyone else seeing this
My
shit.
partner's not watching it with me. God damn it! I can't cry on anyone. This is fucked.
Oh
awesome.
god! But yeah, that was some of my biggest concerns.
Oh, I
think.
like that.
The
I like
handling,
that.
like pacing, is a big issue in this film. I think.
Yeah, fair deal.
But
think
yeah.
that. Yeah. I think the bit that really got to me though, the bit that really stands out and that I think it made me cry when I first saw this was the end with older
Sure.
Ellie and Noah.
Sure, we definitely need to address the ending, the last 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Look, I think it's crafted very specifically, very deliberately. I think the moment where she remembers, is
and then
I think when she remembers, it's stronger than when she forgets. I think when she forgets, it's all played a little bit too
long.
It's all played a bit
Because of the through when they come back to it.
That's fine. It can go for as long as it needs to go for. But it's Look, and I don't know what it's like. I obviously haven't experienced it. I don't know. It could be.
I don't think
this could be a really accurate representation of it.
No, but I don't think it is. From the other movies that I watched that have also, have you seen Still Alice? Came out 2014.
No, I haven't. Yeah.
That was actually quite a good one. That was day to day though. That was
Moore
yeah,
one, yeah,
and that was very different. And it's look to tackle something as big as Alzheimer's. That is a mad task to do,
yes.
and to do well. And it's just
I feel,
incredibly sad.
And this is it. I feel like it gets by on your inherent sadness of that occurrence.
Yeah.
Like,
because if you have a partner, this hits home.
But if you imagine this happening with your partner, fuck
Jesus
yeah, man!
Christ.
Like what a fucking kick in the balls that would be.
Yeah.
Like, or pick your genitalia of choice.
Sure.
But you're taking a foot.
You're
to
taking
it,
a foot to the crotch.
basically, is what we're talking about.
Right.
It would suck massively.
Yeah.
Like there are no words to describe how bad that would be. Of course.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what this movie relies on. It relies on you putting yourself in that position.
Right.
I don't think about how sad it is for them.
Yeah.
I think about how sad it is for me.
Yeah.
Oh, it
absolutely.
would be for me.
And that's what it does. That's why I think that's why it works so well.
This is the thing, when I watch a movie, like sometimes that, I get that happens, but my favorite movie moments are when I am sad for them.
For them. Obviously.
I
don't think that...
it's the characters, because I love them so much.
Yeah.
That I feel like that kind of sadness.
But I don't think this movie is out to do that at all.
No.
See, in Still Alice, you do it for her. Because she's the one that not only is she... Not to go off track a bit.
No,
but
that's fine.
Not only is she... does she have it, but she knows she's going to get worse. And she sets in little...
That's a weird patch of it, I reckon. That weird point where you're getting it.
You know you're going to get it, and it's slowly just getting bigger. And she sets little things for herself around the house that she'll find, and it'll remember. It'll help her remember certain things.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's horrible. But I don't think that this movie is out to have you care that it's happening to them. I feel it's, like you said, it's aimed at pushing the buttons of you and your partner.
Just as a projection of your own kind of situation. Which, and that's fine. But this is kind of where I'm getting at with the whole Nicholas Sparks thing. Is that I think that he comes at it from that angle. He finds what's the tragic thing that'll make my book sell and will make you cry. And then I reverse engineer it from there. Yeah,
exactly.
And I don't like to be that cynical about things, but you look at some of his other movies.
Yeah, I haven't seen many.
They're all a bit crazy. Well, do you know what I tend to like doing is to read synopsises of some of them because they're batshit crazy. For instance, something like Safe Haven.
Sure.
Which was Juliana Hough and Josh Duhamel film.
Okay, Safe Haven.
Safe Haven?
Yeah, you're
Is
right.
That the one?
You're spot on. Yeah.
Hough
and I hate him.
Duhamel?
Yeah,
I don't mind him. He's alright.
He's a bit of a dick.
He pops up.
He's kind of like
he's alright and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't see a movie based on him. Like, based on him being in it. I'll never do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that, for instance, and I'm going to spoil Safe Haven.
Please do.
So this is a very similar movie where it's a doomed romance, blah, blah, blah. He's a widower.
Yeah.
She's the new girl who's escaping her problems in her old town.
Sure.
And she's, I don't know what, like, she's up to, like, it turns out to be nothing. It's one of those things where it's like there's people following her, but it's really not that big a deal and stuff and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so she makes really good friends with this girl who lives in a cabin and who kind of helps her through everything, blah, blah, blah.
In the Safe Haven?
In the Safe Haven. Yeah,
sure.
I reckon that, that's probably...
Yeah.
Anyway, so at the end, it turns out that was the ghost of his wife, the guy that she's with. So he's a widower, she's died, and that's her ghost helping her fuck her husband.
So start again. What?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
So hang on a minute. So she went to the Safe Haven to talk to a girl.
She met this girl.
Yeah. Who was the ghost of his wife?
The ghost of the guy's wife. The guy that she's like trying to hook up with.
I have to see this movie. That is fucked.
How bonkers is that concept? Because I think that's the similar thing. I think Nicholas Sparks sits there and goes, "Oh yeah, that's a good ending." Yeah, that'll work. That'll get some tears going. That'll get some tears flowing. Because I think she reads a letter or something from her.
Oh, okay.
And it's... No, because it couldn't be a letter because then ghosts can't write letters.
No, but maybe she wrote it before she died.
Maybe. But how... I don't know. Fuck it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that she's a ghost, and that's ridiculous.
That is weird.
But that's these movies. Like... Yeah. So... You know, she's got Alzheimer's. She's a ghost.
I love that you did you look that up or have you seen that?
No, because I read an article it was in a review for Safe Haven because I just tend to read reviews of fucking a ton of movies. Yeah. And the reviewer was saying that, you know, this is a piece of shit movie, but
insane
my God, is
concept.
the ending bonkers and I'm not going to ruin it for you.
Yeah.
And me, I'm like...
Well, I have to know the fucking ending now.
I'm never going to watch this movie, so I'm going to go read what the ending is.
It has Josh Duhamel in it. I'm not watching it.
Bless him. Win a Date with Tad Hamilton is not a terrible movie.
I'm going to pass.
Speaking of Topher Grace.
We look way better than Topher Grace, Tyson. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man, that's a big call.
It is not a big call. The man is a... Anyway, moving on.
So, yeah, but which moment works best for you? Is it the moment where...
At the ending you're talking about?
Like... So I thought the conversation about... Is our love strong enough to take us at the same time and they get into bed and die? That was too much for me. I was like,
yeah,
no,
I don't. Well, when
not on board.
Yeah, when people talk about The Notebook, I like it as a love story, as just your basic, simple love story. Sure, it works. It's great. The ending, however, I don't. I have qualms with because really they die at the same time. Fuck off. Come on now. It's just I feel like you're just. Are you ending it?
Yeah, are we allowed to say that, like...
Isn't it just a bit too perfect? It's just a bit too picturesque.
But it's too fucking...
Hollywood? What's the word?
Manipulative.
No, I think it just sucks.
Yeah. That too. But this is what I mean. This is someone...
It didn't manipulate me in any way. I don't care that they die together.
It might not have manipulated you or I.
Yeah.
But believe me...
It manipulated
people fucking bawling their eyes out at this shit.
Yeah.
But this is what I was mentioning before.
Yeah.
For me, the moments I connected to most emotionally were the small moments. I don't want these big, like, we're going to fucking die together in a bed.
They didn't say that.
Because they basically say that. She says, is our love strong enough to take us together? And he says, I think our love is strong enough to do anything. Gets in the bed with her.
But they don't know that they're going to die.
No, I feel like they've kind of like, they're magicians.
They don't know that they're going to die, Tyson.
In a way.
No, they don't know.
But
they're going to go to sleep. That's it. And they just don't wake up. No, come on. Don't be so cynical.
Okay, so maybe they don't know.
They don't know.
But the dialogue is leading us.
The dialogue is, but it's
in a way
just a nice way of saying.
Is it though?
It is.
Okay. Whatever.
We'll give it that. But I don't... it's not that they like that. I don't like that they
Maybe,
okay,
I'm going to throw a theory out there. Maybe he dies when he has that last heart attack and everything from that point is actually like he's like almost death fever dream. So he gets to go say goodbye to her.
You have been reading way too much Nicholas Sparks synopsis.
No, maybe. Oh my God, maybe Nicholas Sparks, you need to write a movie, and you may have already done this, where the entire romance is like the death fever dream.
Or don't even, just write a thriller, because to be honest, you've got bonkers fucking ideas.
That sounds like a fucking thriller,
yeah,
doesn't it?
Exactly.
Speaking of thrillers, that house that they were going to shag in
would be cold and freezing.
Terrifying.
Oh, no, it's in the sun. It's in the south.
When I watched
so it'd be warm.
So this is the other thing. So let's take Ryan Gosling out of the occasion and let's put in a fat weird guy.
Occasion or equation?
Equation.
Right. You said occasion.
Did I?
Yeah. I like to
thank you.
I like to correct my friend because he corrects me too.
The occasion.
Go on.
Let's take Ryan Gosling out of the equation. Yep. Let's put a fat weird dude in there. He drives Rachel McAdams to that house.
No, you cannot touch the counter.
Exactly. Yeah. Comic book guy drives Rachel McAdams to that house.
Sure.
We've got a murder house.
We've got a horror movie
on our hands.
In the makings.
That scene with a simple change to the score would have been terrifying.
Or even just the of a chainsaw, like a
100%.
That would have been intense.
100%.
Yeah.
This movie.
That would have been
Simple
awesome.
changes could have changed this movie into a thriller.
The Blood
very
Book.
quickly.
The Blood Book?
Where are we going?
What do you got?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I think I'm done.
You think you're done?
Yeah, I think I'm
Okay,
done.
can I ask you a question? I got
Yeah, go for
one
it.
last question. It was it was meant to be the last question. Why do you think that people like this movie, Tys? Or have we covered that already?
I think...
Because this thing did like insane.
Yeah, okay, so it did insane business. So I think it does appeal to a lot of different people.
Uh-huh.
Okay, there are certain parts that appeal to me. I think Rachel McAdams
Yep.
is incredibly charming. Like,
Yeah.
really. Every now and then I kind of think, I don't think I'd...
You don't like the
I think you'd
actor?
drive me off the wall. But...
The character?
I think the character, yeah. But,
yeah.
but also at the same time, she's incredibly charming. And
Yeah.
it's kind of like,
She's
great.
great, yeah.
And Ryan Gosling, I feel the same way. He's a very charming actor. Like,
He is.
I feel very comfortable in his presence, and I don't understand what that is.
Yeah. We've said it before. He rarely hits a bung note for us. We
and I
love
think
him.
he does a really great job in this.
There are people that don't like him, though. Did you know that?
I don't understand those people. Why wouldn't you like Ryan Gosling?
Some people think he's bland.
Okay. He's
Huh?
shooting like almost a perfect score for me as
Yeah.
far as movies that he's been in
Same.
that I think are good movies.
Gangster.
Gangster Squad.
I love that movie.
Gangster Squad gets a rough trot,
I
man.
liked it.
I had a really good time with that fucking movie.
Of
Yeah.
course, the ending because of the whole bullshit about the cinema
It
shooting.
was
blah, 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 blah,
unfortunately,
blah.
yeah, they had to do some
But-
reshoots and
but
stuff like that.
It doesn't. I like
That movie is
Still good.
really fun for me. That's like, and I think that's its problem. I think people thought it was going to be more than that.
Yeah,
And
I thought it was going to be a bit serious.
it's
I
just
didn't realize it was going to be
pulpy,
just
really
an actiony,
fun.
just a ball.
And Sean
yeah.
Penn is. It's the most I've enjoyed Sean Penn in a really long time because he's
Sean
having
Penn.
a ball too. Yeah,
But yeah,
and also you can't underestimate the value and the how much legs you can get out of grief porn. Right?
Okay.
100%.
right.
People want to cry. People want to
Oh,
feel
yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
People want to leave a movie. People want that emotional release of
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, this didn't
absolutely.
work for me. But other movies have, and I
Yeah.
feel the same way. There are movies that have made me
Your
cry
go-to
my
movies.
fucking eyes out,
Yeah.
and I'll watch them again because I feel like they give me an emotional release. And I think for a lot of people, this was an emotional release.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't feel
Have
it
that yeah.
because I felt kind of not manipulated. That's the wrong word, but I just wasn't buying into the shtick.
Yep.
I liked the romance, the old time, the past
Sure.
romance better than the dementia stuff,
Than the
which
dementia
I just
stuff.
felt like that
Yeah.
was kind of
Which
tacked
is
on.
yeah,
and
the
I
dementia
didn't
stuff is
love
the
it.
stuff that is there to make you cry.
But some
yeah.
people, that's going to be their bread and butter, man. And
Oh, yeah, man.
I honestly think that's where its longevity comes from, that combination. Because if you can buy into both of those things, this movie would
you're
work for you
sold.
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
Because that really is, most of the good stuff in this movie is the stuff in the past. I still have some issues with it. Like I said, the pacing's fucked. And they do
It
kind
was
of make...
picturesque though. Some of those shots.
Oh,
like,
do you know what? It's gorgeous, man. And this is the first, like, not often... that's a lie.
apart from
I
apart
do
from
often.
the end.
But this is one of the first movies in of this kind of ilk where I don't
Yeah.
think I'm going to care, where I went and looked up the DOP because
Oh wow.
I think it's gorgeously
Yeah.
shot.
Apart from the last shot at the end where the older Ellie and
and they're looking out the window. And
That
it's
is
like
CG.
it ruins it
That
because
is
it's
some
like
CG
I would have
shit.
preferred
nothing, just black.
I would have
Fuck it.
preferred a blind drawn. I would have
Yeah.
preferred any view that they had rather than
Rather
that,
than what
that
you've put up.
super fake CGI view
Yeah.
that is make us, because what are we meant to do? Go, oh, isn't it pretty? No,
No.
We look at it and go,
Wow,
oh, well,
that's really bad
that's really bad
CGI.
CGI. So it
Yeah.
ruins the moment.
It does, yeah.
Like,
it
just
does.
show a field. Like, just have whatever was outside that window at
Yeah.
that point.
Trees. Fuck it. You know.
Unless it was a set in a fucking studio lot, but
Doesn't matter. No, you can still dress it up with a set. Sorry.
yeah,
No,
like
no.
do it old school,
But
like
how
they did in
was,
the 50s, man.
How would have been shooting that scene where they row the boat and there's gazillion ducks? Like that was a
It was
beautiful scene.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Yeah. And do you know what, like, it's really funny is that how rare it rains as heavily as it did in that scene.
I love that. I
Like,
love
rain
some
in
heavy
movies
rain,
where
man.
it's just like within 3 seconds you are soaking wet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not how rain
That's
works.
not how it. Yeah.
Rain's
Yeah.
not like that.
Rain doesn't-
Sometimes rain's like that.
And you know about it when it's
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Very rarely, though.
Yeah.
And usually when rain's like that, you're not laughing about it because it's,
No, because
it's
you're-
falling so heavily that
that
it's
you're
hurting
running-
you.
yeah, you're
like it's
running
actually
really hard.
hitting your skin really hard. And then hailstones start and you're like, well,
And you're like, well,
fucking,
fuck.
this is a nightmare
I need to
now.
jump inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, look,
I think we should watch
yeah.
Heavy Rain.
I'm
because of that.
happy to have Heavy Rain. Good call. Good fucking deep cut. Yeah, look, I didn't hate this movie. And like I want to reiterate that I actually think like the romance elements, like the actual romance, like are its strongest elements.
Really? Well, okay.
I think a lot of the other stuff, the other conceits that they're trying to add to it
Yeah.
is almost to the fault of the film and the story.
I think the strongest points for me was the 40s love triangle. That was the most interesting
Yes,
to
and
me.
look, it's pretty awesome
Yeah.
that they don't make James Marsden a dick. I do like that as well.
But I feel because it's a simple story, which is fine, but I feel there are better romance stories out there.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I want to say about that movie.
The Notebook, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
2004. It was all right. And that's it. Oh, golden. All right. Well,
Shall we move on?
Let's
move on.
let's do some. What are we doing?
All right, let's cross some streams.
Stream crossing.
Crossing the streams.
Maybe we should do it like a. That was good, actually.
You like that one?
Um,
It's about pronouncing it strams.
yeah, that's true.
I think that's what helps.
That's true. You go first.
I'm going to go first. All
Go
right,
on.
cool. So my crossing the stream this week on Stan, recently added to Stan and now
Stanage.
trending on Stan, is a film that I named my favourite film of last year.
Ooh.
So Sing Street is now available
Oh!
on Stan.
You have no excuse,
You
people.
have no excuses anymore. I can't say enough about this film. I
Shit.
love it. I absolutely love it. If you love music, if you love romance, if you love...
Yeah, this has a better. Sing Street had a better romance story than Notebook.
100%.
Yeah.
More believable.
Yeah, true.
If you... Even, like, if you have ever enjoyed a quirky Irish movie in your life, you watched Full Monty? Did you like Full Monty?
Commitments, man.
Did you like The Commitments?
I love The Commitments.
Get on Sing Street.
Yeah, man.
If you've watched or previously enjoyed Once or Begin Again, which are the other kind of... You
Ones
could
that-
almost call this a bit of a trilogy, I
Yeah.
think. A bit of a
A music
songwriter's trilogy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Which is all directed by John Carney. You want to watch Sing Street.
Yeah.
It is beautiful, and I have said so much about this film already that I cannot express my love for it enough.
You have
And
favorite movie of last year.
Yeah, and
Tyson.
you know, now that it's on Stan, even though I own the Blu-ray,
Really?
it's still in its wrapping because
Does the Blu-ray have good special features?
it's got a few. It doesn't have as much as I would have
The
liked.
fuck? Well, you get it with the 10th anniversary.
Well, I'll wait for 10 years and hopefully something will be on. There's a couple of things. There's a bit of a,
Yeah.
making of and stuff, but I did expect more.
Yeah.
Which is a real bummer. But I reckon I'll watch it sooner now that it's on Stan because I don't have to get off the couch to select it.
And that sucks. Come on.
Do you know what? I love owning Blu-rays and DVDs. I don't need to ever watch them. I love owning them.
Tyson.
And no, but because if they pop up on a streaming thing, I'll just watch it there. I love owning them. I am all about the physical medium of it.
Yeah.
Because there are so many ways now that we can watch these movies without physical medium.
Sure.
So for me, as a collector,
Yeah.
having the physical medium is what is the important thing.
Oh,
Not
okay.
watching it
Not
on it, because
watching
there
it.
are millions of ways to watch the film.
Sure.
It's owning it and having it.
Okay.
And watching the special features, which are always cool.
Always good.
Anyway, so get on Stan.
Stanage.
Don't fucking waste any time. It's on the home screen when you open up anything
Oh my
and it says
God.
trending on Stan. It's the first one. Just
He
push
is
play.
going
Just get
into
on it.
detail,
Well, because
people.
I feel like not enough people saw this fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's so
we would
great.
love you to watch it, people. And to be honest, when we post it on the Facebook, like it so other people see what
Hey,
it
yeah,
is
and
and
you
go,
know what? If you do watch it and you fucking tell me, like, email in your opinion of it.
Exactly.
I'd love to hear what other people think because it was
awesome.
obviously not a huge movie, so not a
Yeah.
lot of people did get the
And
opportunity to see it.
when you said in our was it our Oscar? No, 2016 wrap up?
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah, you mentioned one of the songs, and the next day I was going to work, and I'll play the Sing Street soundtrack.
Nice.
What
It's
was
fucking
this?
great.
I couldn't
That would have been Drive It Like You
Drive
Stole
It Like You Stole It.
which should have been
literally
it
just
should have-
looped.
It's amazing it didn't get nominated for Best Original Song in the Oscars.
Literally
it's
on a
actually
loop.
ridiculous.
It was such a good song.
Yeah.
Such a good song. But yeah.
Anyway,
All
Sing
right.
Street, get on it.
Sing Street, get on it. Mine is a bit of an older one. It's
Bit of an older one.
2009. It's on Amazon Prime,
Yeah, it is.
Australian Amazon Prime. It is 2009 Moon.
Moon. Good movie.
Sam Rockwell,
Sam Rockwell.
Duncan Jones.
Duncan Jones.
Oh, Duncan Jones. Please do more things. We can't wait for your things. Although I haven't seen
I've seen Warcraft.
Warcraft, yeah.
I've seen it a couple of times.
Oh, couple? What?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I saw it at the cinemas and I
Whoa.
bought it on Blu-ray and watched it again.
Jesus.
I am
Are
one
you
of
a
the-
World of Warcraft player?
No.
Oh,
And I'm
wow.
one of the few people in the world that quite enjoyed Warcraft.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought it was really effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I had a really good time. And
Well, he's only done a few things.
He's only done a few
Moon,
things.
Source Code, Warcraft, and Mute is the next one.
he's batting 100 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's something we just can't wait to see him blossom.
I've loved all three. I didn't love Warcraft, but I quite liked it. But I
I
love
haven't
Source Code and
seen
Moon.
Source Code.
Source Code's pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see it. But yeah, Moon is amazing. My wife wasn't a huge fan because she's not very keen on it. Makes it's if you don't know what the premise of Moon is, it's about a guy who has to do, is it a 3-year stint? Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember how many years. Yeah.
No, it is. It's a
Three?
It's a 3-year stint to I don't know what he's doing on the moon. I think he's not colonizing it, is he?
Oh shit! I can't remember, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of irrelevant.
But anyway, he has a 3-year stint on the moon where he's getting information or whatever he's doing, and he has a computer which is voiced by Kevin Spacey named
Yes.
Gertie, and just
Wild shit goes down.
shit goes down.
I don't think
It
you can say
really
any more
does.
without-
No, I don't want
Yeah.
to. I don't want to. And to be honest, if you're happy to watch, it's not that long. I believe. Oh no, an hour 30. But
90 minutes in and out.
But
Fuck yeah.
Sam Rockwell for 90 minutes. I am fucking in.
Yeah,
I
and he's
really
he's
am.
excellent in it. And
Yeah.
one of the other things I really love about that film is the use of miniatures.
Yeah.
The landscapes
It
of
was
Mars,
amazing.
which is all done with miniatures,
Yeah.
looks fantastic.
Mars
really,
or Moon?
Sorry, the moon.
Yeah.
Because it's called fucking moon. What did I just say?
Mars. Nice
God,
one.
what an idiot.
Mission to Mars? No.
No.
Mars Attacks? No.
Oh, Mars Attacks.
But yeah, please watch Moon. I know it's really random. A lot of people didn't see Moon.
It hasn't been seen by a lot of people, but it's coming
really,
around.
It's
People,
really a shame. Please watch it. It'll change your life. It's awesome. It'll change your life.
Duncan Jones is really great. Like, even if Warcraft wasn't your thing, I don't think you can say that he doesn't have an incredible eye for visual storytelling.
Cinema. Yeah.
And it's David Bowie's son for anybody that is
That
interested.
doesn't know who Duncan Jones is.
And so that might sway you a little bit more if you're a Bowie fan and you're kind of like, so imagine what Bowie does for music
and put it into film.
Yep. And this is kind of what you're looking at. Moon and Source Code especially are very, very unique films. Source Code has elements that have been borrowed. Well, actually, Moon as well have elements that have been borrowed from other films.
Isn't Source Code a little more Hollywood?
A little bit. Like the
bit,
budget's
not too
bigger.
yeah.
But, you know, in both cases, he wears his influences on his sleeve, but he
Right.
creates a very individual thing while doing it. And I think he's a filmmaker to really get behind. Even if, you know, Warcraft might not have been your cup of tea, whatever he's going to do next,
it's going to be huge.
like, you know,
Just look out for it.
He's at least worth
He's on
having
the-
a couple of kind of misfires that might not be for you, which, you know, I don't give a fuck because I liked Warcraft, so I'm on board. I'm on board for all.
He's on the
Duncan
same
Jones, so.
level for me as Ryan. Is it Ryan Johnson?
Ryan Johnson,
Yeah, he's on that same level.
Yeah,
he's
no,
one
that's
of those,
fair.
One of those directors that
I'd
doesn't
consider
do
them very
a
similar.
lot, but when he does it, he punches it out of the park. He really does. Yeah.
For sure.
Moon, people,
Get on it.
Amazon Prime.
Hey, guess what, man?
Tice,
We're
what's
going to
up?
open the mailbag.
Oh, mailbag.
Mailbag.
Should we do like a? We need like a. I liked last week's Ninja Turtles rap. I think we should do a mailbag like that.
MAILBAG bag.
Oh, that is not.
Did that work? I was trying to get the right amount of syllables. MAILBAG bag.
Yeah, go faster because it needs to be like G-U-R-G.
I can't go any faster. I can't go any faster.
Right,
hey, so
go
we've
for
got
it. Mailbag.
Email here.
Go for it.
It's
Yeah, go.
we got an email here.
Go.
They've emailed us at nickTysonVideotape@gmail.com. This is how you can email us if you want to get in touch.
Lovely.
This is very short and to the point.
From
I'll get there.
Oh, yep.
Which is better?
Ooh.
Nicholas, I'm going to ask for your opinion on this.
Oh,
Which is
shit.
better?
Do I have to? Is it okay?
Well, you got no time to think about it. I want a knee-jerk reaction.
Rapid fire. Here we go.
Rapid fire. Which is better? Volcano, Dante's Peak.
Dante's Peak.
Armageddon, Deep Impact.
Armageddon.
Olympus Has Fallen, White House Down.
Haven't seen any of them get fucked.
The correct answer is Olympus Has Fallen.
I want another one. Go.
No, that's it.
Okay,
so this
cool.
was Nicole. From Nicole. Thank you, Nicole, for your email.
Thank you, Nicole.
So she's brought up a very interesting topic.
It's the doubles.
It's the twin movies.
Yeah.
And because of this email, we've decided we're going to actually dedicate an episode
man.
to twin movies.
Yeah, twin movies.
So next week...
Next week, we're going to do the twins.
So we thank you for the inspiration, Nicole. We decided that we could spend 5 to 10 minutes talking about it right now.
Or
we could spend an hour talking about it next week.
Which would be so much better. Because there are so fucking many
I have
of
in my
these
hot little
things.
hands.
Oh, really?
The Wikipedia list of all the twin movies.
Jesus Christ, that's 4 fucking pages long.
And just take a look at this font size, motherfucker.
Jesus.
So I'm going to be trolling through this list, and I'm going to be picking out the ones that actually are worth talking about.
Jesus, okay.
Because there are quite a few. This is for any of you that don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yep.
The strange phenomenon in Hollywood of 2 movies.
It's so
coming
random.
out in the same year.
Yep.
With essentially the same plot.
Sure. Or just similar, like a volcano.
But this is what I mean.
Or a dog.
It's not exactly...
Turner and Hooch,
Canine. Exactly. It's not exactly the same story, but it's just kind of close enough to make you kind of go...
What the fuck?
Did you guys not talk to each other?
Seriously?
Was this a race? Did you think...
Well, some of them have been races.
This is what we're going to talk about.
Awesome.
So we're going to pick probably around 10 to 15 of our favourites.
Sure.
We're not going to just talk about which one we think is our favourite. We're going to be talking about who won the SmackDown.
Who won the Versus?
Yeah.
Can we call it a Versus?
We can call this a little bit of a Versus.
Fucking Versus.
Because it's not just about which movie you think is better or which movie we think is better.
No,
We've got to think about which one made the cultural impact. One, because a lot of these are going to be from 20 years ago. Which ones are we still talking about today?
Which one are we rewatching? Which one did we buy?
And this is the thing. That's the question you need to ask. Which one would you shell out your hard-earned for?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Good
It's going to be a really fun chat.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thanks to Nicole for that because this is something we have considered. We've always kind of broached this topic a little bit. We've been like, how is it funny? Like, we brought it up a little bit in the Prestige conversation.
We did, yeah.
With The Illusionist.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to be dedicating a whole episode to it. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So tune in next week, and no doubt we're going to talk about something that one of the movies that you're thinking of right now, gentle listener. Well, you can just tell they'll be sitting in their head going, I hope they talk about this one. We're probably going to talk about that
I thought you were talking about me, the gentle listener.
It's because I'm making eye contact with you as I say it.
I can be a gentle listener.
You are a gentle listener, I'm sure.
Oh, sure I am. No, I'm not. I'm a loud, hard listener. I listen hard.
Hey, do you know what? That's going to wrap us up for today, man.
Thanks, gang.
Thanks, gang, for listening.
It's been fun.
Why don't you tell the people where you can find us again, Nick?
No, they know where they can find us. I think they can find us on any social media. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. You can email us at nickTysonVideotape at gmail.com.
That's it.
And be sure to like and subscribe us.
That's it.
Thanks,
and if you've got
peeps.
any kind of specific twin films that you want to make sure we have a chat about next week, why don't you just chuck something in our email or put something on our Facebook or Twitter, and we'll make sure we address that one for you. Because this list is large.
We'll do the big posts, and if you want to add one, you add one on the bottom. We'll talk about it.
But we can't wait to go through this next week. It's
going
to be a lot of fun.
I'm actually excited.
Yeah.
Better than the fucking... No, a Notebook was good. I'm talking about...
All right, man. We'll see you next week.
Bye, gang.
Bye.
Bye.